Anyway, so last we left off, you all went looking for a wizard. By the name
wizard
of
crab?
Not a wizard crab, but a conjuration-based wizard by the name of Felix, who is the sort of transport person for the Cabal Arcana, this sort of loose coalition of mages that you require information on.
So he's from Belgium.
Yes. You made your way south to a small village called Donal, which had apparently seen some hill giant attacks. Said hill giants had apparently taken some item, this sort of band of metal, of rare metal, that the blacksmith was going to bring to the wizard in question, but then giants happened. So you decide, basically he was like, I'll show you to the wizard if you get it back from me. So somewhat begrudgingly, you decided to help him. Went out, met a shifter by the name of Twyla, whose pet wolf had also been captured by the giants. And then, upon investigating the giant camp, you learned that the giants were accompanied by your old companion, none other than Gerald Tearstone himself, who had seemingly been roped into a engagement with the daughter of the chief of the giant tribe.
Which I want backstory on, by the way.
Sounds about right.
And the band of metal, in fact, was being used as the wedding ring that the giant was wearing.
That's about right.
The giants, in some negotiating happened, and you came to the decision that basically Gerald made up something about wanting to get a better ring for the wedding. To which point the chief of the giants, whose name was Gug, basically said that their old cave had been overtaken by some sort of beast, and they would agree to it if you went and cleared that out. Going on this chain of fetch quest of sorts, you made your way to said cave and encountered the beast within, which initially appeared to be some sort of terrifying giant crow monster with like this insectoid face. However, shortly into the fight, it changed shape into a chimera, at which point Cass realized that it was, in fact, a phasm, the type of creature that her heritage comes from. She managed to defuse the situation, and upon saying her name, the phasm changed into its true form, which it turned out to be Cass's father.
Shoot.
Now,
I mean, apparently if you ask RJ, that's not who that is, but okay.
Shut up.
so coming
I swear to God.
So coming back into the swing of things, though, looking at this man that you saw this creature transform into, he's sort of got messy brown hair and this sort of I'm getting a lot of notification noises and such.
Son!
Sorry, I'll turn my...
At any rate, he sort of has this trimmed beard that goes into a mustache and sideburns going up to the top of the sides of his head. Blue eyes. I'll post the picture after, and he's sort of got this blue tunic with a black cloak.
I'm picturing Wolverine right now.
And simple brown pants and boots. And this is the picture that Phoebe so kindly provided. So you all have a visual aid.
Oh my God! It's beautiful!
I will murder you!
It doesn't even look that much like him.
I will actually fucking murder you!
I know RJ's just on it now because he gets under Phoebe's skin.
Hey, bros, it's me!
I I will
Don't
leave.
fucking No. Fuck you.
Come back.
You took your stick. That's Ethan's thing.
Jesus.
Are we all gonna pull an Ethan tonight?
Please don't.
Thank God, I hope not, because if everyone starts stealing my shtick, I'm just gonna leave, and I'm not gonna come back until I think of a better shtick.
At any rate, bringing us back into this, to sort of go a little more into detail, he's sort of had. I mean, he looks to be. Would you say mid-30s, mid-40s? Phoebe?
He would probably look mid-40s.
Mid-40s, sort of.
Looks about 250.
I mean, he can make himself look as old as he
Sure,
wants.
sure. It's
Mid-40s around.
But for the purposes of this, he sort of this form looks about mid-40s. He sort of has this worldly, aged look in his eyes, I guess you would say.
Someone's used to it.
It's
She's an elf.
adventurer, but not adventuring anymore.
Sure. And he just heard you, Cass. Cass, upon seeing who he was, you transformed into your true form with the sort of...
It just kind of happened.
Okay, so it wasn't even a
It
voluntary
fell
thing.
into it. Cass doesn't even realize she's in it at the moment. She's a little distracted at the fact that her father's standing in front of her.
Of course, understandably. And as that has
Can
happened...
you send her true form one more time?
I don't have it on
No, I was
hand.
asking Phoebe.
Yeah,
Oh.
if Phoebe, if you could.
I'll do it later. Hold on.
Okay. I believe it's similar to the standard form, but with like black hair.
I
Something
believe
like
so in taller.
Same clothes, very dark brown hair, green eyes.
Okay.
Long and curly, dark brown hair.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is the form that Shava really likes.
Yeah, apparently. Cause
Don't bring it
this
up, or
form
we're
has
gonna get
bigger
the old leg
titties.
drop.
You fucking horn dog.
At any rate, as
That was when Tyler needed a new character.
I have a spare.
Shava too.
oh
But
boy,
two,
really
surprise, Tyler needed another new
God.
character.
We should
There it is.
have it so that Shava has the ability to just like have endless bodies.
the clones.
Oh.
Like she dies, like she's back as another person.
There is a spell.
So it's just,
There is a spell
it's
called
just-
clone.
but it's just, no. It's literally just Shavas with numbers attached to them. What are you, Shava 99? How did Shava 98 die? She tried to seduce a dragon.
So confinement, but Dungeons and Dragons style.
Now I'm
Shava
thinking.
dies.
now
Shava
I'm-
none but two Skittles from off screen.
Now I'm just thinking of the Gamer's Darkness Rising,
God damn.
because that's what happens with the bard in that movie.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, as you transform Cass, or unknowingly, and your father is just sort of got this look of just like he's seen a ghost in his eyes. Just more.
Say the look is a little mutual.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
both of you are
despite
sort of.
the massive amount of tears.
Yeah, both of you are
I
just.
tell you what, that's one big bitch lasagna.
I'm really trying to set the mood here, you know.
Please stop, RJ. I will actually.
You're making.
That's where you started going wrong.
Hmm.
Alright. Serious now.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah. He looks at you and he just sort of goes, Kasuro? And just sort of takes a step forward. Almost sort
I'm
of.
not moving. I'm just kind of standing there and shaking a little bit.
Yeah. Says, is it really you? And he barely has the words as he sort of steps forward. Do any of you do anything as he approaches Cass?
Java's just staring at Cass. She likes this.
That's what I've been contemplating since you said he takes a step forward, because
You did say.
I had a ready to attack with the condition if
Right.
it takes
I mean, you can choose not. I mean, you can always choose not to take readied actions.
I'm going to take a ready action just because I had dad issues.
Okay, to do what?
I'm just going to like hold up my scimitar just in case.
she's gonna pretend to key.
He'll sort of look.
She's unsure when she holds up her actual weapon.
Yes.
She never uses.
Yeah, he sort of looks in your direction and hesitates.
I'm probably gonna notice this because I hyper focus.
And Gerald will pipe up and say, "You, what are you doing in my wife's cave?"
God damn it! Not this again. Somebody get this 40-year-old man out of Gerald's wife's cave. That's why is your dad in my wife's cave?
Yeah. Cass, what is your father doing in my wife's cave?
No response. So I'm kind of unsure if this is him that's real or an illusion, so I'm gonna take my little coin out and flip it to him.
Okay, hang on.
And I'm gonna ask, did you give this to me after Mom died?
Well, first of all,
you that sent it.
First of all, the coin like beans him in the head. And he's
Why?
Because I rolled to see if he caught it, and I got a 1. I'm sorry. I wanted it to be a nice moment of him catching it, but I got a 1. So he just goes like, ow! Hey, I'll say he was distracted.
And
He was distracted by Gerald's wife's cave.
He was distracted by a lot of things.
Again, it's just...
But yeah, he picks it up after that. He says, remind me what this coin was in the backstory.
It's a coin she received while she was in the orphanage after her mom died, like with a letter.
Oh shit.
But they didn't tell her where the coin was from. They didn't say it was from her mom. And he has a similar one around his neck. I don't know if you noticed. It's got a bird carved in the front.
Was your coin similar?
Yeah, the bird in the front, and then he was carved back.
It's in the picture. She's holding it.
Right. Hang on a second. Okay.
Not to make you feel uncomfortable, but Cass, Shava is just staring at you.
I probably can't tell because I'm like facing away, so
Yeah.
Gerald is going
Pull on the leash.
Gerald is going to shimmy over to Shava.
So, what are we going to do about this man in my wife's cave?
Shava's going to squeak and then take a few steps away.
Is he friendly or I don't know what I need to do.
He says, looking at the coin, he says, I did send it. I had no idea if it actually made it to you.
I've been holding on to it this entire time, hoping someday you'd try and find me.
Well,
It's not like I made it easy, though, so I kind of resigned myself to the thought that you died or something.
I did try to find you. I came back a few years ago, but there was no sign of you. Of course, and he's sort of gesturing to himself and you, and he says, "Of course, there was always the chance that you didn't look the way I remembered you, which I suppose was the case."
Well, it was that and other things. I don't know.
Can I? He sort of like holds out a hand towards you, like as if to like.
I think Cass immediately runs up and hugs him.
Okay, yeah.
So hard he's gonna, like, choke.
Yeah, he will absolutely do the same, and you feel sort of the beard sort of pressing into the side of your face as well.
What? No, nobody hugged me when I came back. All you did was yell at me and punch me.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Shava's gonna like think to herself.
Mound.
Shava's gonna like think to herself. Well, at least one of us doesn't have daddy issues.
No. I'm just going to look down at my weapon, sad.
Gerald will shuffle over to Ivy.
It's okay. My dad isn't a good person either.
What did your dad do?
He subjugated a bunch of people, caused mass genocide, killed lots of other people. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think Cass is gonna stop hugging for a second to like turn and cock her head and be like, Jesus Christ.
I thought you guys figured that out, that my dad's a warlord. And he takes places by force and, you know, kills lots of people.
We haven't had the pleasure of meeting him directly yet.
Oh, we've only met his direct troops.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people? How did none of you catch on to that but me?
I'm not saying he. Oh my fuck! Never mind.
Should we give them a minute, maybe?
Gerald will be oblivious and continue. My dad doesn't like playing fair. He also doesn't like to follow the guidelines of war. He usually likes to burn their crops and watch them starve to death, and then comes in and kills them all.
Shava's gonna start doing a dance in a circle around Cass and her.
Cass is gonna give him a look like, take it outside or I will.
Your dad will say, we have a lot to catch up on.
You want me to cast Lehman's tiny hut?
Oh, no.
Oh my god, fuck your dad!
I don't get in the nut.
You do not want the nut hut to be the catch-all for solving problems. Thank you.
Come on, just fuck it out.
No!
Jesus.
This is not a Brad.
My therapy hut.
Your therapy hut.
Yeah, physical therapy. Quotations on the physical.
Shava, did you clean up in there? I swear to God.
Why are the walls white? It smells like seafood in here.
Why is there this one brown spot on the outside of the wall?
Freaking spine ripper. But yeah, he'll say, should we
We'll just take it outside then, because they're not going.
Yeah. He'll exit the cave with you. So,
Right, there. We're done. Let's go back to the frickin' Giants, get the ring, and let's get this fetch quest over with.
Alright.
meanwhile, outside, so, do you want to go first, or?
I suppose mine might be easier than yours.
Well, depends on perspective, I suppose.
Left the orphanage. I couldn't stay there any longer, and staked it out for as long as I could. What the? No, Alexa, I didn't ask for your opinion.
Ooh, there goes the emotion.
Alexa, now searching how to fuck your dad.
How to have an emotional how to have an emotional reconciliation.
Alexa just looking at you.
Alexa.
This is so sad. I will play Despacito.
I found this woman, or rather she found me, and she taught me some valuable things. how to live, rather how to thrive. And then she died, and for some reason I couldn't look like me anymore. I always looked like her.
You look like you now.
I do? I just kind of like look at my hands like, shit, I do. Well,
You're-
this is a rare thing, but okay. And then ever since then, I've just been, I don't know, on my own. Same town, place.
Well, my story is honestly more of the same. I've mostly stayed away from civilization since then. Like I said, I did go back once a few years ago. Technically, I was still banished, but it's only so much that one can do to banish someone who can change their appearance at will.
Of course.
But other than that, I've been living out in the wilderness, just passing time, and made my way down.
Did you ever talk to Mom before she died?
He sort of closes his eyes and gets a sort of pained expression, and he shakes his head.
Damn it.
But I admit I so
it's not your fault. It's never been your fault.
he just sort of nods. Just, like he doesn't really have the words. He's,
No shit.
yeah. Says, so you this is a long way from Patriel, though. How long ago did you leave? Because
I met these friends.
I like how there's hesitation in friends.
Blatant idiots.
Oh.
What did you just call us?
Not
Doing this
you.
again?
I
Drama
mean,
can
he
probably hear
didn't
the
use
way.
the R word, so we're good.
I said
No,
some of
fair.
them.
Fair. He didn't say the R word. We're good.
And I've
Everything's
known
cool.
you for longer, so I can get away with saying.
It's okay. The only member of the party who's autistic left.
You know what? He speaks the truth. Everything's chill. It's all cash money.
This is a cash money situation right here.
I tell you, this is real cash money.
They found me when I was being chased by some guards who managed to link me to some crime I didn't commit. And I've been traveling around with them since.
I see.
We fought warlords, we fought interdimensional deities.
You're in the cave.
I know.
And I guess what brings you here? And he sort of gestures around. It's like it's kind of the middle of nowhere.
That. It's a little convoluted. Met some guys who wanted to kill us, and we're trying to find them, and kind of going on a bit of a chain thing here where some blacksmith who knows where he is wanted us to get some metal back from some hill giants, and the hill giants wanted us to get a monster out of their old cave, which turned out to be you, and well, now we're here.
Well, I mean, I suppose I can move on if that would make things easier for you. I tend to not stay in the same place for too long anyway.
Do you want to just come with us for now?
Of course, I would love to. We
Can't just shoo you away and
no,
done with it.
absolutely. I didn't mean to imply.
This poor soul.
Yeah, as long as is convenient, I suppose.
He has no idea what he's getting into.
I do have to warn you.
To be fair,
some
none of us
my
did.
friends can be aggressive,
All right.
and considering their reaction to each get them not to attack you, they might be a little iffy around you for the time being.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. And he sort of gives us a smile, like a sort of matter-of-fact smile, sort of squeezes your shoulder.
Okay,
And he says, shall we?
we shall.
And Cass and her father re-enter the cave. And he says, nice to meet you all. My name is Orion.
So as he says that, it's just totally overshadowed by, so you're telling me that Tearstones tried to invade your hometown?
Yes, Gerald. They didn't try. They were in the fucking middle of it.
Oh, I thought so as much. Yeah, I did some, well, it wasn't really a choice. I had to fight through a couple of outposts myself. I found wanted posters for a couple of you.
That's
I was wondering what you guys were up to.
Was I on there?
No.
No.
Didn't say stupid half.
I found wanted posters for Zergo, I found one for Shava, and I found one for someone called the Elk Assassin.
That was Ripper.
Oh, that was him. Now I figured he'd be up to his tricks again. Pulling pranks on the Tearstones. Nothing stops him.
Hey, so what's with this casual goblin abuse he kept spewing about, you using him as various household items?
I heard toilet paper.
Oh,
Frying pan.
Yes. That. He tends to exaggerate, but while we were traveling, he tried to pull some of his tricks on me, which I did not take kindly to, so I punished him every time I caught him.
John was like in the background, just kind of like sweating nervously.
Honestly, you two sound like a match made in heaven.
I kind of like that it's completely just Gerald's word against Spine Rippers here. We don't know what actually happened.
You can't believe either of them.
No, you can. That's the problem. Both sides are utterly believable. Let's say Gerald doing stuff because he's dumb. Believable. Spine Ripper pulling pranks because he's a fucking idiot who just tries that on everybody. Believable.
So yeah, he probably just was spinning tall tales. I only got physical with him a handful of times.
Shava in the background, sweating even more nervously.
I don't even remember using him as toilet paper.
Oh no.
Well, there was that one time I tried to use him as a kettle.
Yeah, he told us about that.
How? Just how?
Your friends seem interesting.
I told you they're a little much to take in at first.
Shava like pops up from behind Cass, is like, yeah, I know, right? He's scary.
Sorry, I almost pulled a sword on your dad. I didn't mean to.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, okay, you didn't see that. All right, great. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just sorting through some things.
I've been gone a while.
Let's just go, okay? We can tell the giants that the cave is clean and get the band and just keep going.
They better not be looking for proof like blood.
No, they're not smart enough for that.
They didn't say for us to kill it. All they said was for us to get it empty. It's empty.
Also, if I may, I was able to trick them into thinking that I was something dangerous enough to kill literally all of them. I don't think they'll be too hard to fool.
Shava's academic curiosity's got the better of her. I have to ask this. Do you actually bleed?
If I choose.
Fascinating.
Depends on...
He not science my dad?
Just the utterly normal response of, oh, fascinating.
And in that response,
It just stops there.
Gerald will come over, scoop up Shava, and put him on her shoulder.
Put her in.
Shava like turns stone still.
Oh. It's been too long.
Well, back to my wife.
Your second wife.
Yes.
The longer you keep saying my wife, the more I keep thinking you're gonna actually commit to this relationship.
Me? Commit? Who do you think I am?
Well, you have a first
He's got a
wife,
point there.
So...
Okay, that first wife was arranged. Very arranged.
I thought we went over that already.
Yeah.
And, she probably didn't like me very much.
What happened to her, if you don't mind me asking?
I am trying to figure that one out myself. She's gone. I don't know where. I've been looking for her ever since they banished me.
Shava hasn't twitched this entire time.
I want to find her, and I want to apologize for everything. Why?
I imagine everyone just looking at Gerald like he grew a second head.
Just like,
Was that genuine emotion?
I missed some of that because I was breaking up.
I was just saying, I just imagined everyone looking at Gerald like he was someone completely different.
Yeah, I think that just went right over my head.
Like the one we had in your group just trying to explain some quantum physics to you, and you're like, what the fuck? How do you know this?
where did you pull that from?
Like tricking them for a phone, like, where'd you steal that from, kid?
Is that written on your hand or something?
In the weed. God.
On that note, do you all set out?
Yes, promptly.
All right. So,
We pay no mind to that apology and just continue.
so
I
yeah.
mean, we kind of needed a minute for it to soak in. And just, it's probably better none of us said anything. Because let's face it, 90% of what we say to Gerald is sarcastic quips, so maybe it's best we were quiet then.
The journey back is pretty uneventful. You go back through to the point where the forest becomes thinner.
No, it's not uneventful. So,
Okay.
as they're walking, Gerald
At
is
least
going,
no more tentacles.
Gerald is going to look at Cass's father. So you can turn into anybody, right?
Anything. He's not.
Well, to an extent. There's an upper limit.
Do me.
Oh,
Do not do
this
him. Whatever
again.
you do not change into him, Dad. Don't do it.
I'd rather.
Pretty please.
I'm afraid I typically don't take requests. It's not a party trick. It's a way of surviving.
Oh, but it'll be cool. You could be Gerald. Cass could be Gerald. Even Zergo could be Gerald. We all could be Gerald.
Zergo just turns his head like, I'm not Gerald. Stop that.
Shava's still stone still.
I mean, Shava could also be a shorter Gerald, but still Gerald.
Shava suddenly disappears.
What?
Did turn invisible?
No, she uses Dimension Door to get the fuck
Oh,
out.
okay. How far away would you like to teleport?
Maximum range. Shava's just gone.
Ahead or behind?
Behind.
All right, Shava is now 500 feet back from the rest of you.
Okay,
The
good
fuck?
for,
Whoa.
good for her.
And Gerald, your shoulder feels lighter.
He's just gonna, he's just going to like reach and feel nothing. And just keep walking.
I'm just going to brush the lesbian energy off of my shoulder.
It's so thick here, you can dust it off.
Imagine Ivy just burning some sage, just be gone, foul demon.
Teleports in lesbian.
Sounds like a queef.
Oh God, teleports in queef.
Does Gerald have anything else he'd like to say?
That was it.
Or anyone else? All right. Assuming no one else has anything, you make the rest of the way back to the giant camp. Shava, do you try to catch up to everyone, or do you follow back at that distance?
I kind of sneak back, like follow them stealthily.
Okay.
Like I'm stalking.
Do you want to make a stealth check just for the hell of it?
Sure.
Go for it.
All right, hold on. I'm going for it. 18.
18. Does anyone have a passive perception that beats 18 or meets it?
No.
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 15.
All
I think
right.
your best chance.
16.
All right. None of you notice Shava as she trails behind you.
Quiet, my gator is tinkling.
Yeah. Coming back to as you approach the giant village, Orion says, "Do you think I should be, absent for this, seeing as I wasn't with you when you were here last time?"
Oh, don't worry.
We can
I'll
just say
say-
you were part of the creature's, I don't know, next meal or something.
I'll just say you were a nice man we found out in the woods.
If you say so. And then he shimmers and sort of changes himself to make his clothes look more bedraggled, as if he was like isolated there for a longer period of time. And he sort of looks more gaunt as well. Yeah, sort of.
That'll work.
Shava sees this and just kind of realizes that he's not wearing clothes.
That's yes.
Oh my God, he's always naked.
Pants or his penis.
He's naked.
Shava's kind of sad that Cass doesn't. that Cass does.
At any rate, going back into the giant village, there's one on the perimeter that notices you and goes, "Oh, and points at Gerald, and then turns around and goes, "Good, Speaking giant.
Yes. Always the perceptive one here is.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, but I'll just say that Twyla has slunk away, just with it wordlessly, on your way back. Yeah, just to get that out of the way. But yeah, a moment later, you hear thundering footfalls as the extremely portly and corpulent form of Gug approaches, accompanied by his daughter, with the metal band on her finger. He says, "You back? Did the thing?"
We are back. We did the thing. The cave is empty.
Gug turns to the rest of the giants and bellows, "Thing is done!" And the rest of them reply, "Thing is done!"
Yes, that. Anyway, honey.
Yes, honey?
Can you, perhaps carry that ring back to town? You know, it's a bit too heavy for the rest of us.
You think town will be happy to see me?
Let me do the talking.
Wait,
you
what?
can do the heavy lifting.
I will say the ring is absolutely a size that is manageable for one of you to carry, assuming it's one of the more.
Hey, wasn't it just supposed to be like a headband?
Yeah, it's like headband size, so it's very much manageable size.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I thought it was much bigger than that.
No.
Because it was made for an actual person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That never mind. Scratch that. I thought it was much bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll take that from you, and don't you worry. In due time, I will get you a suitable replacement, Gerald style.
Will be shiny?
Very shiny. The biggest and shiniest ring you've ever seen in your entire life.
You treat me so well. And she sort of reaches down and pats you on the head to the point where it, like, knocks you over.
Oh, you're always so caring, dear.
Exaggerated dress.
Shava in the bushes, far back, snickering.
Would you like to make your way? Or is there anything else you'd like to say while you're here?
It's up to RJ.
Yeah, so we'll take the thing, but before we leave, the iron pen that you all need.
Mm-hmm.
I need to grab something before I go.
Okay. What?
No, it's nothing of yours. It's something of mine.
Okay.
He's gonna go back to one of the tents, and when he steps out, wrapped around his neck is a semi-charred minotaur's pelt.
What? Of course.
Oh.
You still have that.
Yeah, I managed to go back for it and snag it.
It suits.
Yeah, didn't want to leave it behind.
I can imagine it probably smells though.
Yeah, just it was in the it wasn't with him in the river, but just living among the hill giants for a couple of weeks, it could use a wash.
Yeah, I could have itself in the forest for how long?
Gerald could probably also use a wash at this point.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, with that taken care of, I'll be seeing you.
Farewell, goodbye, honey. We'll count seconds until you return. 1.
Yes. 2. It's 2.
2. And then you just that droning sound is what you hear as you walk away.
Okay. Well, work on your counting and your ABCs.
And with that, you leave the giant camp behind.
I'm actually surprised you managed to stay sane for 2 weeks with that.
It didn't really bother me that much. They're like children. Very large children that smash bears on the ground and floss their teeth with trees. Like children.
Okay then.
Right.
I'm a little horrified.
So, as you continue on your way back, it starts to get dark out, and as the sort of process of all this, it is pushing late night when you, by the time you start to make it back to town. Orion says, so you're speaking to someone in town, yes?
The blacksmith.
I hope you don't mind. I haven't been in civilization in quite some time. Do you mind if I just follow at a distance, maybe just on the outskirts, if that's all
You'll
right?
be fine with me.
He sort of thinks about it.
Sounds to me like someone should roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I was thinking about
Persuade daddy.
Persuade your daddy.
Don't make it weird.
Too late.
Already ruined it.
I mean, technically it was RJ who ruined it, not me.
Hey, Phoebe, why do both of your characters have to always persuade their daddies?
Well,
To be fair, there's no body in the foyer this time.
Reese needs to persuade his mother.
Yeah, his
See, I'm not the only
father-
one that does it. I'm not the only one that calls Reese a girl.
I sometimes slip up. It is a reflexive thing.
You guys slip up all the time. I've just learned to ignore it.
Goddamn
1 + 4.
femboy traps.
He's not femboy. I just don't use a deep little boy voice for him. So
I mean, if you use that kind of voice, that no, it's okay.
exactly, I can't do voice acting.
What'd you get in that persuasion check there?
18
Not so much you
+
can't do
4.
voice acting, just
22.
deep isn't in your range.
22. Okay. He says
How RJ can't do super high pitched, it's just not in his range.
he says all right, I suppose I can. I suppose if it's with you, that's all right.
If you want to change form, that's totally fine. I completely understand, but you should be fine around me. I have never been in this town other than once for a couple minutes, so.
Yeah, he will. He'll just change form into a dog.
Okay. This is
All right.
Gerald is going to bend down. Do you talk? Oh, okay.
He is, for all intents and purposes, a dog now.
He'll stand up. You certainly do have a weird doggy daddy.
Stop it.
Don't blame him. That's just how he speaks.
It's gonna take some time to get used to again.
Java trots up to you on a ghost horse.
Ooh,
Where the hell
are
have you
you?
been?
that's a nice horse you got there. Is his name also Gerald?
No.
Oh.
I forgot something. That's why I went back.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like...
What did you
Late
forget? Your sexuality?
Oh, trust me, she remembers that.
Shava's
Can't go anywhere without it.
Yeah, Shava glances at Cass. Is like, no, I still have it.
Looks at Cass, bites lip. No, I've still got it.
Looks
Cass,
at Cass
oblivious to
on...
all of this.
Looks at Cass, puts on sunglasses, bites lip.
All right. So you head
I
back.
just kind of realized, but sorry to interrupt, but Java on this horse right now is probably eye level with Gerald.
Maybe a little higher. Just horse, it's a horse.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a horse.
It's a horse.
Good job, Quinn. You did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Gerald, do you mind passing me that band we got?
Oh, yes, of course. There you go.
I'm just... As soon as we get to the blacksmith, I'm going to open the door normally.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to walk over, just slam the band on the table and say, "Get talking."
He sort of like, yeah. He was as you enter, you hear like a snoring, and as you knock it down, you hear. The hell?
Here, we got your damn magic item. Now start chatting about the wizard.
I was gonna show you there, but it's really
Just do it.
Oh, it's what?
it's late.
I can take this back.
You caught. Look, would you mind waiting till morning? It's awfully late right now.
It would actually probably be prime time for us to be talking right now. So if you wouldn't mind.
I didn't deal with hill giants just to be told to wait.
He sort of groans and says, "All right, do you mind if we do this at the bar? I could use a drink."
Gonna show us why do we need to go to the bar?
Well, I thought you wanted me to tell you, not show you. But if you want me to
Show us! Just show us!
Gerald, lowly, I would have wanted a drink. Giants don't have any alcohol.
I mean,
Get your drink, Gerald. Just, we gotta do this.
If y'all want booze, I got booze here. I guess we don't have to go to the bar if y'all want something to go.
Ooh, booze! Where?
I guess I could eat something.
I haven't had any in like a month.
Shava just crinkles her nose at the name booze.
All I've been doing is drinking river water, and it gives me the shits.
Gerald, have you not been purifying your water?
Wait, what?
If you're gonna drink river water, you gotta boil it first.
I think you
killed Ethan.
You broke Ethan.
Ethan's dead. Rip Ethan.
Fucking blindsided me with that. I think I'm the only one who gets that joke.
Probably.
It's like dysentery or something.
No. For a game we played.
Okay.
We played a game, was it Tales of Vespria? And there's so many people that talk about drinking river water in that game, but they always say it gives them the runs.
Oh.
It's a consistent theme for like the first third of the setup. It's river water in the runs. It's always river water in the runs.
In that case, the dwarf blacksmith will say then, if you don't mind me saying, you kind of all look like you could use a drink or something.
I actually just really need to get this over with.
Shava glances at Cass.
Thirsty bitch.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Yeah.
Gerald will walk over, pick Shava up by the shoulders. Seems like you need parental guidance.
No, she needs Jesus. Motherfucker named Jesus.
Shava just glares at him.
He will go into the back and sort of come back with some booze in a little carrying case or carrying cask, and sort of hold it out like, anyone?
Gerald will take the whole thing and chug it.
Does anyone else want to partake?
Oh, Zergo's arms are crossed and he's tapping his foot very impatiently.
Shava's kind of sparking a little bit.
So is it just Gerald then?
Yep.
Okay.
Gerald with his river runs.
And hydrating with alcohol, always a good idea.
Because alcohol absolutely hydrates and in no way dehydrates you. This has been Science Facts today with Science McScience Pants.
Of course.
Yes. All right. Sort of. He sort of looks up for a moment. Gerald, I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, that was a lot of alcohol, and he hasn't had any in like a month.
Oh.
His tolerance is going to be a bit lower.
Mod 19?
19. You all watch as Gerald puts drinks from the thing, and then he collapses onto the ground.
Gets a 19.
It was the
fucking horse shit.
The DC was 20.
Yeah? Well, you know what? I have a fucking picture for that.
And
have a picture.
Bullshit.
And the blacksmith looks at you all and says, in a completely different voice, "Hard way it is, then." And then a fireball impacts the building from outside.
I fucking knew it.
I told you we should have just beaten the
No,
information out of
I
him.
was on your side.
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't burn the alcohol this time.
I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Also, Shava points at Jiro and says, "Don't. That's what you get. Don't manhandle me."
Let's see. Where is that picture?
18.
Damn. 9.
19 plus 2, 21.
21.
14.
Ah.
What was it, Ethan?
14.
13. Okay.
18.
18. All right. And then got that. And got that. Okay. Well, first things first. This fireball impacts the interior of the building. And I'd like everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Don't I not get one because I'm knocked out?
So
Instant
Gerald, you are at 0 right now.
Nah, 20.
Yeah? And you know what my answer is? Fuck you, Quinn. Everyone's getting loaded dice for Christmas.
It's okay.
19 plus 6.
I got
Hey,
a
wait,
5.
no. Hold up. Did you just say he was at 0?
I did.
So he didn't just go knocked unconscious. You took every health point away from him with that?
It may have been fairly potent.
I have a fucking picture of this RJ.
I am playing the characters that are involved in the situation as they would tackle the situation.
This is gonna go south real quick, folks. Let me tell you. He's already taken out our main tank, and I'm not doing much better.
I got a 6.
Okay, then.
Wait, is it single target I get to do that?
You would make a dex save as well, Zergo.
Yeah,
It's only
25.
okay, so yeah, I get a 6.
Switched to different dice.
Okay.
Oh my god, I avoided all of this. This is when my dice decide, no, you don't get to. You get to die.
All right.
Same.
Those of you who got below a 14 take 28 points of fire damage.
Yeah, congratulations. You wiped out the entire party. Good job.
I am at 1. I am at
Those of us who
fucking
got
1.
Below 14 is 28, and higher than that is 14 points of damage.
I am starting this encounter with
Wait.
1 hit point.
I got a
And
Damn.
that is how an ambush typically works.
20. I got a 25. I still got damage?
No, well, on a successful save. You have evasion, so do you have evasion yet?
Yes.
Okay, then
I
you're
have
fine.
evasion too.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay,
a nat
I'm
20.
feeling kind of
If I
hurt.
take damage from this, I'm gonna be mad.
I got a nat 20 and I got 14 points of damage.
Yep. Yes. You see, the thing about ambushes is you're typically supposed to be put at a disadvantage from them.
And there's a disadvantage, and then there's, hey, you know your 2 frontline fighters? One of them is now has a failed death save, and another is at a single hit point.
Why do you have such low health?
Advantage, and then there's
Damn.
wiping the front line.
Damn!
And that
While there is there's an enemy that can cast Fireball that wipes out squishy party members.
I'm squishy!
Do I need to remind you guys that I have that dagger of warning? We shouldn't have been ambushed.
well, that is why they didn't get a surprise round,
Oh, okay.
other than the fireball. But it is Shava. Shava, you are up first. And also, the interior of the blacksmith is now on fire.
I would
Killing
get them out
I am-
of here.
Everybody out of the fucking way. This blacksmith is going to die so hard. Fuck yeah.
We should probably get our dead friend out of the building too, you know.
Yeah.
Murder time, fun time.
The dog at your feet is also barking.
I forgot about him, actually.
Yeah, I don't know, Dad. You can help.
Shava's gonna try to touch the door. She's going for a vampiric touch.
The blacksmith.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, Quinn, go fuck yourself.
It's not
Literally, this literally is the thing that happened.
Yeah. Do you see it coming?
I mean, you guys are you're getting higher level now. You should look. Complain to me after the encounter.
After the encounter, you might need a new party.
I would like you to have a little faith that I know what I'm. That I know.
Cares.
I have some idea of what I'm doing at this point. But yes, at this point,
squishy healer.
Shava, what would you like to do?
Vampiric touch on the black.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, Rebecca, what is your health looking like?
Not 20!
Woo!
17.
Okay.
Go ahead
You're not
and
dead
roll
yet.
that damage.
I'm not
Alright, so 4d6 double.
Mm-hmm.
That is 20.
20.
Right? 5, 6, 4. Yeah, 20. Double 40, and I get health of that. I get half of that back as health.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm back at full health.
The dwarf hisses in pain, and the voice that comes out of the dwarf now is actually female, not male.
The fuck?
Goddamn traps.
Cass, it is your turn.
$8 on this is another Tearstone Assassin.
Go for the sneak attack. Shava's near him.
Yeah. I'm gonna slap him with my rapier.
Alrighty.
Sneak attack style.
Go for it.
Like a sneaky snake.
Slithery snake.
Exactly. Beautiful. I imagine Cass like just falling to the ground on her stomach and just slithering up to stab him with the rapier.
Teen hit.
What was it?
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh. So that's 1d8 plus 3, and then
Sneak
4
attack.
extra. Oh. Where's my d8? There's my d8. 7. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 22, 23, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6.
Whew.
3, 7, 28. 29 damage total.
Damn.
Getting bitch slapped
Yeah.
with my pokey thing.
And we're only doing this well because Tyler nat 20'd off the bat.
This is fair. But he's looking.
If I nat 20, that would have been hilarious.
He's looking hurt.
Points of damage.
We would have needed that.
All right. So Gerald, you're at 0, but you are also considered stable at the moment.
How?
He got hit by a fireball.
Oh, that's right.
How am I stable?
Well, you were stable but you were stable at 0, and then you got hit by a fireball. So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and make a death save.
Oops and DM.
Oh, don't that one.
No, it's a success.
Okay.
Thank Christ.
Just
All right.
you're stable. How?
Gerald dies, Spiner comes back to her.
Oh yeah, as soon as Gerald dies, Spider Ripper. Oh, Gerald's dead.
All right, can I come with you guys again?
The dwarf now will suddenly moving much more with much more agility than it looks like his form should allow, will go up between. We'll go up to. Let's see. Who does he want to go?
So would we not get opportunity?
Oh, I forgot to hide, but I shouldn't be hiding in a burning building. Never mind.
It's a little tricky.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You and Cass would both get opportunity attacks.
Can I do vampiric touch since that's technically how that works?
For an opportunity attack, it has to be a basic attack, unless you have the Warcaster feat.
I was just wondering, considering that's how vampiric touch works.
No, it's a spell. It's not considered a basic attack. You would have to use your dagger or something.
I'll just slap him with my rapier again.
All right.
If I have opportunity. That is a 17.
17. Okay. That is a hit.
Is that a normal hit then? Since I'm obviously.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Do I have?
5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
So I can't use a spell. Is what you're saying?
No, it has to be your dagger or a punch or something.
All right, dagger it is.
Dagger.
I wouldn't punch.
It does more than Ivy's punch.
It doesn't mean it does a lot.
24.
To hit, that definitely hits.
Oh, his dagger dealt 24.
Yeah,
I was going to say, no, it did 24.
Yeah.
His dagger's the dagger that will split Tiamat in half.
I gotcha.
That's right.
Max damage, 6.
All right. Looking very hurt, but goes straight for you, Ivy.
Oh no. No. Squishy.
Uncanny
dodge!
And brings up a short sword to bear. And one feature of this individual is that against creatures that have not yet taken a turn, they have advantage.
No!
That would be 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be.
Wait for it. There's going to be poison damage.
Oh yeah, there's always fucking poison
Swear to
damage.
God, if there's poison damage, I will.
I'm telling you, this is just another Tearstone assassin.
I heard a lot of dice rolling.
That would, well, first of all, that is 16 piercing damage.
Good, he's distinguishing. He's distinguishing. You're the second damage type.
And go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm mad.
Great encounter design, Quinlan.
I'd say yes. That is a success. So you take half of this.
Yeah, she died.
Okay.
Gone. She's out.
Okay. And we'll take a second attack on Zergo.
There goes Zergo. Because he has 1 HP.
That's the hit. He's got the highest AC in the party.
So 24 to hit.
All right, I'm down. Jesus fucking Christ.
Good job, Quinn. You wiped the entire party.
He's all right, man. This is definitely a balanced encounter. 3 of you are down before. Fucking hell.
See,
Fucking hell.
there's a reason I said wait till after the encounter before you pass judgment. I think it's doing its job very well right now.
I don't care if this turns out to be capture. I am going to rage through the rest of this session.
Let's see here.
I can't even stay on my feet. I didn't long rest.
At this point, the dog at all of your feet is going to swell in form and transform into a chimera.
Yes.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Signature move.
Go ahead, breath weapon. Just give us a goddamn failure.
Well, go for the multi-attack on this individual. One with bite, one with horns, and one with claws. I can use breath weapon as well. Seeing how nimble this opponent is, we'll opt to not use breath weapon. And also the building,
the fact that the rest of the building
is already on fire. Yes, that. Okay. The figure manages to dodge 2 attacks, but the horns of the goat manage to penetrate for 7 bludgeoning damage. Did not get great rolls, but it is what
Damn
it
it,
is.
Dad. Maybe he's just rusty.
And outside, you see a figure become visible and start flying.
Electric Boogaloo.
A figure start to fly within view outside the giant shattered hole in the blacksmith. And this figure is very similar to one you saw before. Sort of this bald head with robes, scars along
it's a blazer.
along both of its arms.
It's
Oh, fuck! It's one of the crazy fire guys!
It's the Tearstone blazer. That's it.
It is in fact a blazer. However, it
I had a potion of healing!
Gerald and I don't know that, and neither does Ivy.
I had a potion of healing! I'm an idiot!
needed to.
He didn't even get a turn yet.
The good news is it needed to use. He needed to use his action to cast fly, so that is his turn.
No, it's not like he's just gonna keep fireballing because we have established that's what they do.
Murder fireball.
All right, Zergo, make a death save.
Sorry, what? Sure, Quinn. Oh, good. That's a failure.
All right, and Ivy,
But I'm gonna dip into my backpack.
Alright.
go ahead and make a death save.
I use.
Actually, no. Back up. Actually, I'm sorry. Rewind. Neither of you have to make death saves because you were both hit for subdual damage. The
I'm gonna regret that. You're gonna
mayhaps.
fucking regret it.
Okay.
So you are both fine. Shava, what would you
Don't
like
think
to
fine's
do?
a good word.
Hate is a strong word, but I really, really, really don't like you.
I really don't like you.
Now that it's over, I don't even know what I liked about
What you liked about you. Brought you around, and you just brought me down.
The
Why'd
dwarf.
you have to play us like this? God damn.
That is what they would do. This is 100. I am playing the characters the way they do their jobs, which is well. I am sorry for playing the antagonists in a manner that is competent.
Oh, well and good, but this is gonna get real bad for future NPCs.
All right.
Alright, I'm doing Eldritch Blast.
At which
Blade.
target?
Because I can't do... I suppose I still can't do Vampiric Touch because he broke contact with me, right? That's how it works.
I mean, wait. How does Vampiric Touch work?
Until the spell ends, you can make the attack again on each of your turns as an action.
Oh, that just means you have it up.
Oh, I thought it meant I had to be on him.
No. That's
No, you can just, it's like Witch Bolt. You can just blow an action to just do it again.
well,
okay,
not exactly like Witch Bolt because that does like stay on
no,
and
because
auto
it
damage.
physically stays on.
Yeah, it's one of those spells where you turn it on and then you have that as an option while it's active.
Oh, then I'll do Vampiric Touch.
That's what I meant.
You could even, I mean, I guess you can't really reach the Blazer because he's flying, but also a valid
Similar.
choice.
It's similar to Witch
Yeah.
Bolt.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll.
17 plus 8.
Definitely hits.
Goddamn Rome to get done with this fucking.
What's going on?
Angry grunt.
20.
Again.
Again.
Damage? Okay. How do you want to do this?
Through your fucking party being down with me.
You said this thing was female, right?
Sounded like it.
Java sucks this female dry.
Oh no.
Good.
Oh God, no! That's the fucking way to say that.
You watch as
Ethan is losing his shit.
You watch the figures form, the dwarf's form, eyes grow wide and agonized as he
Sean just like slaps him on the back and this happens.
Yeah, and he just withers and gets all wrinkled. And at that point, the form shifts to
The form shits? What?
shifts
Okay.
to a female form with sort of this pale white skin and matching white hair and sort of blank looking eyes.
What the fuck?
Is that the Lord of Waterdeep?
What?
No.
I'm joking.
What?
Okay. Yeah, just sort of this
My
very
anti-rage machine.
just
We
sort of
heard
this.
you.
Rage against the machine?
Oh no,
Alright.
I've got exactly what we need here.
Cass, it is your turn.
Oh, look at that smooth liquid gold.
Quinn,
Yeah.
I want you to know that I accidentally rolled 46 again. And I got a 20 again.
Should I fight? Should I try and get someone out of here?
The blazer is looking down at you with sort of smoldering eyes.
Lads,
Yeah!
I
This
can't.
one's to
I
you.
need to hide if I want to hit hard, and I can't
Oh,
really
God.
hide in a burning building.
hey. Subdue me a bit. If not, we can always do a second.
What you doing, Cass? You see the fire also starting to.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn.
Oh my god.
Axe him off. No, my vote's kill him. Get that dwarf dead. Unless I missed it and they're already dead.
He's dead. He turned, and the body turned into like this pale skinned, pale haired female form.
Yeah,
Shava
first-
sucked her
I'm
dry.
dead.
Very dead. Very dead.
Yeah, Shava sucked her dry.
Yep.
Oh.
see.
Can I try hiding anyway?
Hide in the smoke, hide in the fire.
Become smoke.
Come one with the fire.
I would say stealth with disadvantage.
You forget I have a +9.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Comes at 18, and the other is a 19, so we're going with the 18.
Okay.
+9.
You think you're hidden.
And only does so much when the blazers just do endless AoEs.
Okay.
Hey, be thankful he only did a fireball at base level that time.
Finland, that is not a good reason to justify it.
I think.
Don't calm your players down by saying, hey, I could have killed you outright.
Fair.
I'm gonna
Saying, hey, I only punched you in the nose and broke it. Just be glad I didn't shoot your kneecap out.
Okay. Shooting.
I don't really chopped your penis off. I left you your testicles.
Thankful.
Tell me.
Be
a
grateful for
15
that.
hit. Please tell me a 15 hit.
15, that is just what you needed
Oh, thank fucking God.
Right.
to penetrate the mage armor.
Okay. 5d6s.
Need a hero.
Okay.
Fucking hero to escape this shit.
6.
Gotta be sneaky, gotta be fast, and they gotta keep Eldritch blasting.
7, 8, 9, 10.
You gotta give him the blast!
12.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch blast!
Eldritch ass.
16, 17, 18.
Now that is Shava.
1, 22, 23, 24 damage.
24, okay.
Your favorite spell. Hey Shava, why don't you cast Eldritch blast? Nah, I prefer Eldritch ass.
Eldritch Blaze.
Okay.
She summons a pair of like Cthulhu's ass cheeks just floating there. And she just sits there staring. I'm like,
Gerald, go ahead and make a death save.
Alright.
Did you get it? Did you get a nat 20? Did
Are
you,
you okay?
is
You
Gerald
got a nat
awake?
20.
Okay.
In there, champ.
Gerald, you have 1 hit point.
I
Damn.
was so ready to pour one out for the homie, but Jesus Christ, get in
Hang on.
there.
I need to actually check something because does that happen at the start of your turn? Do you immediately get a turn when that happens?
I don't know.
You know, I'll say sure because it's cool.
I think you do.
Yeah.
So Gerald getting up. Oh.
Rice
Well,
is fucking
Wasn't
dead.
that booze any good?
look up.
You see a childhood fear potentially hovering in front of you.
He'll look down, just kind of like spit on her corpse. Ignite his sword. And I am going to run out of the hole in the building and try and toss my flaming blade at the fucking blazer.
Oh my god, our DM became
Interesting.
I can't reach him.
Right. You do have spears, but
Yeah, but that's gonna do way more damage.
well,
Only
throwing
still had
it. Your weapon does not have the thrown property. It would just be treated as like an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon.
Okay,
You
fine,
don't-
I'll
Yeah, you
throw him a spear.
yeah you don't get the full great sword damage.
You could
When
still
you-
try to equip your spear.
All right, so go ahead and roll for your spear.
18.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Wait, is this pre-cooked?
No,
No,
Pre-cooked was
that's
taken.
gone. He's taking 8 damage.
8 damage.
It's just
By the
All right, and you have your second attack.
I'll throw a dagger at him.
Okay, you just have the one spear.
I think I only have one.
You only had one left.
Okay.
I think
I
you
don't-
got them after pre-cooked that taken.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
it looks
mainly
like
just
it.
used that as a throwing weapon.
All right, go for dagger then.
The fuck, man? 14 plus 7.
Definitely hits.
All right. 5 damage.
5. Okay. Looking quite hurt at this point. Now the chimera form will fly up and attempt to finish the job.
Good.
Wow. Let's see. Well, one of them still hit. Orion is not rolling well, but one should be enough.
Hitting really fucking hard, Quinn. What are you doing?
I the dice have spoken. But yeah, very easily still. You watch as
Can we just have him fly up and bite his head off?
well, give me a moment. The chimera flies up, and as that happens, you see the blazer start to like intensely concentrate, and the tattoo and the scars start glowing as he prepares something, and then the chimera.
Oh no, Dad, get the fuck out of there!
But before the blazer can do whatever he's trying to do, Orion reaches him and does tear his head off with his teeth.
Oh
Good.
fuck!
And as his corpse falls, I'm gonna take my spear and my dagger back.
Yep.
Just on his corpse. So
After
show
that,
that you with the truth to your stone.
I'm gonna walk back into the burning building,
All right.
and I'm going to drag out Ivy, Zergo, and the corpse of the dangerous lady.
Yes.
And I am going to search her corpse, see what she's got on her.
You find a journal.
Can I read it?
You may
Can you eat?
I think Gerald can read. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you can flip through it. It appears to be log of sort of like a what would you call it? Like a stakeout type log. It seems to be describing this individual who it says her name. Her name is listed as Haruki. And it describes her as having followed first you, Gerald. It says, have been following Gerald for some time now, waiting for him to rendezvous with his companions. Stayed at a woodsman's house one night. She was following you.
Saw him talking to a glass of water.
It does not say that like this specifically, but it does mention the giants. And the last entry describes sighting of companions and a intent seemingly to take the place of the blacksmith that they had spoken to earlier and take the blacksmith in for questioning at the nearby camp.
Gerald?
God damn it.
That figures. I will do a medicine check on Ivy.
Okay,
to try and get her back up. Or no, she has a potion of healing. I'll take the potion of healing and I'll give it to her.
All right, roll of I believe 2d4 plus 2 for a basic healing potion.
Okay.
Assuming it's a basic.
Is it a basic?
Yeah.
It's 2. That's 3. So 5 plus 2, 7.
7. Okay, Ivy, you have 7 hit points. And at this,
Ivy, medicine on yourself, Zergo.
Zergo, kind of important right now.
You have to get Zergo back up.
Yeah, Zergo's...
Well, he's going to rage.
On me.
Right, but also Ivy can also heal.
Yeah. I'll just go up to Zergo and I'll use, let's see. I could use a 3rd level Cure Wounds on him.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll that.
Does she have any special weapons on her? If you know what I mean.
Special weapons, like your javelin. She does not have pre-cooked, if that's what you're wondering.
No, if she does, I'd like to know. But does she also have, that type of weapon?
Not that you can tell. It seems to be a mundane short sword in her possession and a hand crossbow.
The circlet that we were going to give to the blacksmith, is that magical?
Yes. It doesn't. I mean, not that you can tell. There don't appear to be any runes or something on it. You recall the blacksmith's. Well, you don't, but the rest of you would recall the blacksmith saying something about it being material suitable for enchantment.
You could ask the resident warlock to check for you.
Zergo, come back!
Zergo gets 16 points.
All right, Zergo, you are officially awake.
He's gonna kind of jump awake like you would waking someone up who is in the middle of REM sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Except he's also gonna get to his feet and just immediately pull out his pick and look around.
Fight's over.
I would like to believe he's having a real nice dream, and he's dreaming of this lovely woman, and when he turns around, it's just Gerald.
Not this time.
That's a nightmare.
That probably happened before, but not this time.
But yeah, Zergo, you see the 2 corpses, one being the headless blazer, and the other being this female form.
Gerald is going to crouch down.
Look at Gerald and point at the woman's body. Are you done with this?
He's going to crouch down and take her clothes. Yep.
Okay.
He's going to take her clothes and he's going to toss them to Cass.
Okay.
Come on, you can't see where this is going.
Oh.
The cloak, hand them to the shapeshifter.
Congratulations, Cass, for killing us all.
Oh.
Good job.
I mean, you were in
I
on
need to
that.
go find
Literally,
a place
it was
to
you.
change.
No, you weren't here.
me.
Damn it. No, it was Ivy, Cass, and Spine Ripper who all said we should go for the Giants.
We're
Getting the information.
going to have to rescue somebody.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, and your dad can take the form of the that guy and points to the headless thing over.
Yeah, Gerald is going to look at Cass's dad.
Mhm.
I know you don't take requests, but if you could disguise yourself as that thing, I'd appreciate it.
He said, briefly turning back into his normal form, he says, I understand. So it's a rescue mission then.
Yes.
Yes.
Cass just kind of disappears behind some tree.
Yeah.
Because
in that case,
I have to remove my clothing.
right. He will change form into that of the Blazer.
All right.
Java's glancing at those dastardly trees.
And I come back shifted looking like the dangerous lady.
All right. So specifically as her normal form.
Yeah, that's her normal form, with her clothes on too.
Interestingly enough, you're kind of uniquely suited to verify any claims that you are who you say you are, considering what this one skill set seemed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Gerald is going to take the journal that he found and give it to Cass.
Right.
Okay.
Keep that on you. It'll be better if you refer to it if they ask you any questions.
I'm just gonna flip through it real quick.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the basics. You're this person's name was Haruki. They appear to be in fact one of the four assassins.
Haven't we axed two of them?
Yep.
Seems that way.
There's two left.
Where are we? Wait, are we on the middle of the road right now?
No, we're outside of the burning blacksmith's place.
Right.
We're
And
in the middle of the road.
at this point, there are a few townspeople starting to You're not getting a big crowd because it's nighttime, but a few people are sort of walking out.
Gerald
of their
will
houses.
take the decanter of endless water.
Oh
I
yeah.
have that.
Wait.
I have that.
Oh, does Sean
Yeah,
have?
well, he's gonna take it from you.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
remember
should
you
try.
agreed to share
Well,
it.
no, he's just gonna take it and use it to put out the fire, and then
Okay.
give it back to you.
Okay. I'll allow it. I mean, assuming Chavez allows that.
Don't forget that they agreed to share it before Gerald had left.
Yeah, it's supposed to technically true. All right, fine.
Well, it's fine. You can hold on to it, but he's just using it to put the fire out,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll give it right back.
You're gonna have to use geyser though, so
That's fine.
Have you seen this man? He's pretty muscly.
I'm just saying you're probably like tearing down the building.
Well, it's better than having the fire spread.
That's fair enough. Well, Chavo might disagree with that, but
So what's my game plan, my excuse to get him out? Because just going in there and saying free the guy might not roll.
Oh, no. You're going to get a nice fat promotion. You've captured all of us.
maybe not all of us. How about just some of us?
Fine, you can take me and someone else. Doesn't matter. Or just me. I don't care.
It might be more believable with more captives, if I may.
Safer to bring everyone to, just in case.
Fine.
Goes
Who
down.
wants to be a captive and who wants to sit back?
I'm close.
Fine, I'll go.
Well,
Also-
we're going to heal up before we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you first.
So should we short rest or long rest?
Long, please.
Long.
All right, long rest.
All right.
All right.
You can get a room at the inn, some rooms at the inn very easily. How many rooms are you going to need?
Who? Is what we
Rooms like
get?
3.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, 3.
Depends on what Cass's dad wants.
Yeah, that'll just
Gets the room with his daughter.
it would just be it would just be 15 silver.
So Zergo and Gerald in one room, Ivy and Shava in
No.
one room, and then Cass
No.
and her dad in the last room.
That sounds.
Oh god.
that
I'm
sounds-
hoping there's a
Have-
bathroom
have
in my
fun.
rooms, but I could sleep in the bathtub instead of sleeping in a bed next to Shava.
You
Oh,
won't
there's
have
two
to.
beds.
Shava always goes in her.
Did you say
nut hut.
15 silver?
No,
Yep.
even
Yeah.
even if there is a
I'll
bed,
put it on.
I wouldn't trust
Okay.
myself being in the same proximity to Shava.
Are you saying I'm
I also
irresistible?
am pretty sure that Shava's a little more distracted thought of someone else.
No, she's saying you're a little rapey.
Well, she said she doesn't trust herself. So
No,
saying that-
well, I don't trust Shava. I don't trust being around Shava.
Java has not raped anybody.
No,
Yeah.
no, just after
She doesn't
seeing,
want to wake up in the middle of the night with you licking her nipples.
or I don't know. I don't want to look over to the next bed and see like you disguised as me or something.
Yeah, she
like
doesn't want to
that.
look over and see you just whacking off, pleasuring yourself, watching her sleep.
Yeah. So I'll sleep in the bathroom.
All right. Well, she puts it to the nut hut anyway, so.
Mm.
Okay.
Funny
Yeah.
enough, she can still see through that.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
Yeah, she
Okay.
can. You can see through it.
No, you can.
No, Shava, you can see through it.
Oh, I can.
So you can sit there and watch her sleep.
Be right back. I need to grab my charger.
Okay.
I will neither confirm or deny Shava's actions under the nut hut.
Is there anything in particular anyone wants to do overnight, or like any discussions or anything, or
What happens
I'm
in
just
the nut
gonna
hut
thank
stays
my
in the nut
dad
hut.
for.
besides
I'll
that?
have Gerald will have a conversation with Zergo when he comes back.
Okay. We'll probably be back in a moment. He's just grabbing his charger.
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay, long rest ahoy.
Well, it sounded like Gerald had some things he wanted to discuss.
And by the way, Zergo fronted the cost for the rooms.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Don't question.
It's usually an argument, so might as well just get it out of the way.
But so before they go to sleep, Gerald's sitting on the other side of the room on the bed he's staying on, sharpening his sword, looking at Zergo. I'd like to apologize formally for leaving in the way that I did.
You were in a tough spot with your family hunting you like that, and the rest of us weren't exactly helping out.
I understand. But I'd also like to apologize for any of the trouble my family might have caused you.
LOL. Almost died several times.
You're not responsible for your shitty family's actions.
No, I know. But I'm starting to get the feeling that someone's going to have to be.
In the ups. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the other room. Is it always like this with you? Do you always get into these types of situations? I guess.
Flashes back to the
For the
demon.
most part, yeah.
Flashes back to fighting a demon.
Yes.
Oh, no, but actually, yes.
Oh, no, but yes.
Well, even before you guys, like, thievery stuff has
And-
been.
And you're fine with that?
I mean, it's been a way to get by.
I mean, seems like you all were almost in very, very great danger there. Honestly.
Oh, that part, yeah, that doesn't happen that often. Just, Gerald's murder family, you know. The usual.
I
Oh, you didn't mention me. Thanks.
hang on, actually. says, I must admit, being away from civilization so often, I feel, should I have heard of these people?
Of the Tear Stones?
Yeah.
Well, if you've been away for a long time, then probably not, but better you know now than never.
I take
They've
it.
been going around trying to take control of pretty much anything and anyone.
I gathered that much. So, yeah. And you need information from this blacksmith, so I will gladly help you.
Something worth fighting against.
Indeed.
On another note, the woman I was living with, the one who took care of me, the one that pulled me off the streets, I still have her house, but I have a feeling that I probably won't coming back to it. And I was wondering if, to keep you from having to wander for the rest of the time, I could sell it and maybe we could get that farm you and Mom always talked about. Far away enough from everyone.
He sort of gets like a thoughtful look on his face. Don't know if... Well... I would probably...
Just think about it. You don't have to answer now.
Oh, all right. I'll think about it. It's good to have you back.
I kind of roll over and go to bed. It's very good to see you again.
All right. And with that, you can...
Before to continue Zergo and Gerald's conversation.
Okay. I sorry for cutting that off. Keep going.
I had to do a lot of traveling and hiding on my way to get here, and I realized something horrible.
What's that?
That river, it carried me a long way. When I first woke up, the first thing I saw was a town taken over by my family, all the way down there. I had some time. I can't talk to them yet. I don't know if I'll ever be able to talk to them, but I've realized something about these blue people. They bear my mark. My family's mark. They're angry. And they grow restless when they see Tearstone forces. I think they want me to kill Sigmund.
It's like your father's not doing what the rest of the family would have wanted.
I think they're ashamed of what he's doing. Heck, I think I am ashamed of what he's doing.
Oh my god. I feel shame.
Ashamed?
Character development.
Oof.
So if you want to find down, you want to hunt him.
No, there's no need to hunt him. He's going to be in one spot up on his porcelain throne. I know exactly where.
Porcelain throne? He's just on the toilet.
Yeah, that's exactly what Gerald was.
He commands from the toilet.
Gerald probably doesn't even know what porcelain is.
Wait, no, guys, everyone stop laughing.
That's not part of his character.
That's true.
Yes, that's Gerald calling his dad full of shit.
Yep.
It's genius. Anyway.
Love it.
Pull back after a bit.
That's why I slip shit like that into his conversations, because he just doesn't know.
Gotcha.
So if you do decide to go after him, count me in.
Wait, does Zergos keep a straight face with that?
Zergo just kind of rolls his eyes.
It's Gerald.
Yep.
It's Gerald. The only one that really caught him off guard was the sword in the wife's cave. That was a bit. Not a particularly humorous man, if you have not noticed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But I think there's something that needs to be stopped, because They're not going to stop themselves.
I'm inclined to agree. Help you stop them.
Oh, good.
I've also been doing a little thinking.
Yeah? About what?
Also like to apologize.
Oh, for what? You didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, I get that I'm an abrasive guy, but even for that, I treated you pretty poorly before you left.
Ah, it's all right.
A little extra dismissive of your skill set, and that wasn't right of me.
Ah, it's okay. Y'all treat me better than my family. They beat the crap out of me and then kicked me out.
That a low bar.
And unlike Spine Ripper, you didn't try to prank me at all, so it's all right.
Shava sweats.
Shava sweats. Thinks of all the time she's tried to use, tried to light him on fire or use phantasmal force. But no magic can contain his muscles, so.
I haven't told anybody this yet, but I gave my sword a name.
What's its name?
I named it after the first friend I ever had. I named it Shava.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I thought it was fitting because it lights on fire.
No, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but yeah, it's fitting.
Do you go off to sleep now?
Yep.
All right. And with that, all of you can go ahead and mark off a long rest.
All right. After Shava's long rest of 4 hours of semi-wakefulness.
Right. Oh, right. Elf trance.
Elf trance.
Yeah. Well.
I'm glad I'm in the bathroom.
While trancing, a dark drow or an Asimar, you don't know, kicks in the door and yells, "I'm sad."
Like, this isn't the herbalism shop.
Oh, wait a minute, this ain't the herbalism shop. Just disappeared.
Lol.
I looks away like,
No. And then I feel like the man in trench coat. Wait, but Gerald's back. Who is
man in trench coat notices Gerald's back, sweats nervously,
sweats profusely.
No. Gerald's sword is Geraldo.
Oh no.
No.
It was projecting its
Shava
essence.
is Geraldo?
Oh
Gerald,
no.
why is your sword sweating profusely?
What do you mean? That's just my sword.
Mm.
Why is your sword a man in a trench coat? I don't know what you mean.
And just like third session from the last of the campaign, just, Gerald, are you sure that's your sword? Why, yes, looks at it. Oh God, what is this?
All right, Tyler, you said Shava was doing something.
Yeah. I meant to do this a while ago, but anyway. I was just mumbling to myself. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Shava, in the middle of the night, obviously, gets up and then leaves, and then just goes for a walk around town.
Okay.
This is her new nightly routine. She's just in the middle of the night contemplating life.
Okay.
Walking
Good
around
for
town.
her.
Gets up on a hill, wistfully gazes at the stars. What truly is the meaning of sex?
What?
No.
Shava, as you're doing that, as you're gazing up at the stars for a moment, you blink, and for a moment one of the stars looks red, and then you blink again and it's normal.
She just sighs and looks down the ground.
Worms.
Fucking worms.
Fucking worms.
Yeah, that's Shava's new nightly routine.
All right.
Like every night, that's what she does, and then comes back before.
Yeah.
Stare at the red door, get disappointed.
Nobody. Shava contemplating life.
That is a picture.
Why is that so funny? It's so stupid.
It's just that dog is really curious about oatmeal.
Fuck's oatmeal?
Just what the fuck is oatmeal?
All right. After your walk, you come back in. Y'all can finish up your rest, and the morning dawns, and the day is yours.
Yeah, I can just imagine, like, Shava just, like, kind of sneaks into her room, just jumps on the bed, and just as Ivy's waking up, she just sees Shava there staring at her on her bed. Pretending like nothing ever happened.
Ivy's in the bathroom.
Profusely.
Rebecca's in the bathroom, okay.
Hey, Rebecca, you're waking up to Shava staring at you.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, and I'm in the bathroom.
Did not prevent this.
Okay, so I guess I wake up, I open the door, and as I open the door, I accidentally slam it on Shava because Shava's trying to stare through the door.
No, she was on the bed. She was just on the bed staring at you,
So
trying to pretend like nothing ever happened.
Oh, God. Okay. Did you have a good night? I don't know why I'm asking.
Wonderful. Like, she just kind of purrs it out.
I think I'm gonna wait in the hall.
Joy gives
Hey, Quinlan. Quinn.
Mm.
Gives me conniptions.
Gives me conniptions.
I was just gonna smirk as Ivy leaves and looking for
my heart.
low.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. It sings to me.
What's
It's
that
enough to
smell?
make a man sick.
Oh yeah, I'll get the blood bank.
Can I see your blood account is empty. We're gonna have to charge you a 50 blood
50 blood penalty. Huh? How you gonna charge me blood for not having blood?
This is not what I thought that was a reference to. I don't know what that is a reference to.
I don't think it was originally, but we devolved into it.
Understood. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yes, wonderful. Good day.
All right, what would you all like to do, having all risen for the morning?
Gerald will be downstairs eating breakfast.
What's going on?
Not in here. Breakfast.
Zergo's gonna sit outside the inn sharpening his pick and his axes.
Gotcha.
I thought you were winding back. I thought when you said breakfast, I honestly thought you were going to say Gerald was eating bread.
No.
Oh no!
Gerald does not eat bread.
And Rubber turned himself into Gerald to fool everyone. It's the ultimate prank.
Yeah, so now you see Gerald at the bar just ripping up bread, laughing.
Everyone's slowly realization dawns on them and their eyes just go hollow. What have we done?
Gerald back at the giant encampment tied up.
Oh, Quinlan, that's not entirely wrong. That is
Boy, here I go killing again.
Yeah.
a little less joyous, but you've got the right idea.
Yeah, basically.
You're right in the ballpark.
Yep.
And man, I sure do love breakfast. Zergo pissed as hell that he got knocked out. Just, oh boy, do I fucking go murder some boys.
Yep.
Fucking bastards again.
Anyway, all of you can come downstairs to the site of Gerald having breakfast or breakfast, apparently.
Gerald ham-fisting food down gullet.
Hasn't tasted normal food in a while. Give him a break.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll give him.
He's eating bacon like it's the best thing ever.
It is the best thing ever. It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Shouldn't have said
No.
that. No.
By the way, Spinripper does not slice it.
Well, that's why it's sliced bread, not ripped bread.
The best thing since ripped bread?
Changes his name to Bread Ripper.
Oh God.
Bread.
We encounter him later. I am the almighty Bread Ripper. Bow before my spine. We know it's you. What?
What?
Oh, it's you guys
Hold
again.
on now.
Hold on now. I remember you guys. I became the most powerful bread monster this world has ever seen.
Gerald walks
Canomancer.
up, picks him up, and wipes his ass.
After a long and grueling battle, we defeat him by Gerald using him as a kettle.
You're a little teapot, short and stout. Ow!
I'll surrender! I'll surrender! Get him off me!
I got the hot water. Ow!
He reverts back to how he was in the dungeon, in that one dungeon. Ah!
Send me back to the shit pit!
Anyway.
It's just. Oh God. Oh Jesus! Hold on.
No.
Nobody Spinripper without bread.
Basically. Alright. So, you all can have your breakfast and make your plans for the day. So.
So. Alright, who wants to be fake captured?
I feel like I'm usually the one that gets myself in bad situations.
Yeah, but you're more useful on the back line. I'll go.
Alright.
Wouldn't it make sense to have as many of us as possible there? I mean, obviously I can't be there, but...
You're gonna be there.
Well, she's
Not
going to be there.
me!
But not
No,
herself.
but you're there in case something goes upside down.
Yes. That's not
Shava
my
could
point.
really go
I'm
either
saying
way.
You should all come if you can.
Oh boy, Shava could go either way. You don't say.
Well, I take exception to that. We have seen no evidence that Shava has any interest in men.
Yes, but this is the word coming from the horse's mouth.
Sure.
That was not meant to be an innuendo.
Of course it wasn't. Oh.
Anyway, Gerald is going to poorly, he's not doing it good on purpose, but he's going to poorly lash his hands together with rope, so much so that he could literally just break out of it easily.
You know what? Shava can teleport, so she's gonna go too. She's gonna be bound too, because she can teleport. She can teleport.
And then he will proceed to poorly bound everyone else's hands who's not going to be captured.
Cass, you watch this happen, and you can, at a glance, as someone who has some experience with rope, probably,
Experience with knots.
yeah, that this is not gonna fly.
How about I do that so it looks a little more convincing?
Oh, okay.
Do you need me to roll for it?
Imagine Gerald ties his own hands, looks over. Ah, yes. Now let me do yours. Pulls his hands apart, undoing the knot to tie someone else's hands.
Tell you what, I'll say this. I'm gonna do something a little unconventional. Make a deception check, but use your dexterity instead of your charisma.
Make a deception, but use my dexterity. What?
Or dexterity rather. So normally deception is a charisma based check. I'm doing.
Okay.
This is a rule that does exist, although it's very rarely used, where you can substitute another ability score for a skill check. So essentially, make a deception check, but then substitute the difference between the two ability scores as appropriate. So it looks like your charisma's a +1 and your dexterity's a +3, right?
Yeah, but my deception's a +7.
So you would add, it would be another +2 on top of that.
Yeah,
Oh.
+9.
Okay.
Because you're using a dexterity deception, so you got a +9 to that bad boy.
You have expertise in deception.
Okay. It's a 17.
Total or
Oh no, 17 plus 7, which is
Plus-
+9.
+9 because you're
Sorry,
using.
plus 6.
Yeah, so 26.
26.
Yeah, and it's dexterity deception because the main skill you're using is your dexterity to tie the knots, but you're doing it in a way to make them look convincing.
Yeah, it's deceptive, and I'm not actually binding them.
Right.
Oh, by
So,
the
yeah.
way, Cass,
What?
you're tying Shava's not.
God fucking damn it!
Shava's as you're tying her up. Shava's like, so you're tying the knot with me already, huh?
Excuse you, what?
I imagine Cass just tightening it to a real knot after that.
Hey, it doesn't matter for Shava, she can
To
teleport.
make it uncomfortable.
Shava can teleport. She doesn't care.
God damn it!
Actually, worth noting. What are the components on Dimension Door?
Verbal, nothing.
Oh, it's just verbal. Oh shit!
Yes.
You don't even have to use your hands.
No.
Mention the door, poof.
Yep. All right.
Door.
I'm a
Open
door man.
sesame.
Yes.
If I can just turn his body into a door.
What would you all like to do?
Well, we're gonna be in a marching line with Cass leading us by rope
Mm-hmm.
I'll be all the way in the back.
with her dad, who's totally a blazer.
Right.
Totally.
Oh,
Laser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna imagine how surprised they are when that
Reference here.
blazer.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the blazer turns into a fucking manicore.
or chimera, as the case may be.
Or
An accurate depiction of her dad right now. Blazer already.
All right, and where are you going?
We're going to the camp from the journal. We need to rescue.
Right. I'm
What's his
thinking.
tits?
Where's the blacksmith?
Oh God, that's a
Where's the black?
that is a throwback and a half.
You know what's funny? I've never actually seen the original video that's from. I've just heard him make the reference.
It's Markiplier.
Mark basically just loses his fucking mind and keeps screaming it over and over.
It was
again.
because he was playing it like a bad indie game, and like his
a
current
bad
mission
horror indie game.
where he was trying to find the blacksmith, and he was just getting bored out of his mind and just devolved into saying that over and over again.
that was back in 2012.
Yep.
Oh,
Any-
that one in Dirt.
Anyway. Yeah, I would say. I'm trying to think whether it would make sense for the journal to say where the camp is, because she would know where the camp was, and she would have already been there.
Oh man, if only someone could cast Speak with Dead.
Oh, well, rip.
I mean, she might have said like the northeast encampment, right? I'm sure they've got a couple that could be technically nearby. If
You want
she's
me to
not
end
going
up-
to really bother to, if she's going to make the notes that she's following him, she's going
Right.
to lay out her plans exactly to become the blacksmith.
Okay.
It feels like this is for somebody else to read, right?
It's more of a personal journal. Well, it's sort. I mean,
Wouldn't it make more
actually,
sense
no.
that
You're
they-
right. You're
that they
right.
keep reports on them.
Yeah, this is basically her field report. So, yeah, that gives a general direction. of like I would say eastward. But it doesn't give like a specific location.
I mean, that much makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to make an investigation check? Because I have really good proficiency.
Then we go that way.
Right. Well, let's see.
Right.
There are
Guys, it's supposed to be here. 10,000 paces east. Oh, east? I thought you said
east.
Yeah.
Well, you're reading, Gerald. This one, guys. That's west, Gerald. Fired again.
So you can start to make your way to the east. Does anyone want to do anything to try and find the camp? Because there are things you could try for that, like
an investigation check or something,
or specific. Rather than saying what check it would be making, it would be like, how would you like to find the camp? What would you like?
Can we look for like
smoke,
large sets of footprints?
In other words, checking for tracks? Yes, you can absolutely.
Yes, I would like to check for tracks.
Whoever would like to check for tracks, make a survival check.
Ooh. I'm okay at those.
Oh, I think I could do that.
I can't.
Oh, my dice say no.
Yeah.
My
dice say no too.
Hold on.
That is a 2.
Yeah, well, I got a nat 1, so my dice said no more.
Here we go. 18.
I'm sorry, my
18.
phone's being a pain in the ass. What are we rolling for?
Survival.
Survival. I got an 18.
18.
So.
Give me 2 seconds.
He does know how to survive.
I rolled a 19 plus 2. I got a 21.
Whew.
Yeah, I just got a 10.
All right. Shava, you actually Gerald is. You see where Gerald's looking, and you sort of follow his gaze, and you basically pick up on what he almost did, but you sort of push aside some underbrush, and you notice some snapped twigs and some footprints that are humanoid shaped. A bunch of them, as if like a troop of or several people can. Well, it would be like I would say 2 people.
What's going on?
2 sets of footprints, one smaller than the other.
Hey, prison guard, this way. Your camp is this way.
Oh yeah, you're all tied up.
Yeah.
All right, and you can go ahead and follow those. And a couple hours later, you start to see. Well, it's sort of the tracks lead you off of the road after a while and into some nearby woods, where you start to hear voices from an upcoming clearing, and you can go ahead and push open the trees to see what looks to be a sizable-ish campsite. Not nearly as big as the one that was on the outskirts of Balstrad. This is more of like a little outpost type thing, or even less than that. But you see several tents. You see a total of 5 tents, and there are a few guards just sort of lounging in the center, playing cards. And
As you say.
That you can see.
Yeah, cards 8 at the table, scamming them.
Yes. And you see several. Okay. Should we wait for Phoebe?
Good, Phoebe?
I'm here. I'm back.
Okay.
Continue.
Yes. You also see some figures standing guard outside of some of the tents. These figures, you've seen them before, or things that looked like them before. They're wearing these stylized masks that look like devil masks. You saw these once when you passed through into the northern wilds. You didn't really get a sense of what they were or what they what they could do.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about the cultists for a second.
No. No. They more wear sort of like cloaks and simple like leathers and such. But with the sort of stylized devil mask to conceal their face. And then there are the guards just sort of chilling in the center. Are you making your presence known?
Well, before we go in, Gerald will say to Cass, "You outrank them, talk down to them, treat them like shit."
Okay.
I can sort of imagine Cass is rigid as a rock, just kind of squeaking that out.
I mean, she's not bad at acting. It's
She
more
has
like she's nervous because these guys are fucking
high deception.
OP.
I'd start by calling them whelps.
Those exact words.
And those exact words. I'll start by calling.
I'm not that dumb.
Oh no, but if Quinn was a genie DM, we'd be screwed.
We would.
Anyway, yeah, we can head up there. Cass, it's up to you.
Yep, Cass is the one leading this right now.
Take it away, Phoebe.
Ha ha ha! Fuck!
No pressure.
All pressure.
So lead them in.
David Bowie and Queen style pressure.
I will also note Orion being unaware of what the Blazers are and what they do is mostly just trying to look stoic and silent.
That's
I guess
fine.
we never get Griffin.
That's pretty much what they do,
Stay
isn't
stoic
it?
and silent.
They don't talk, so he's fine.
Yep.
Just glare at them, I guess.
Gerald will whisper to Orion, just as you are, say nothing.
He sort of looks at you glowering, already in character.
You like
Alright.
that?
Good.
Yes, just look at that.
All right.
So I'm gonna march them in.
All right.
All prisoners look gloomy.
Zergo looks pissed.
I believe he does not have to reach hard to get that emotion out.
Gerald will
Face,
eye.
angry face.
Gerald will eye up the different guards and size them up.
Okay. The ones you're looking at seem like your basic shock troops. They don't look terribly they don't look terribly high rank. They sort of look like they don't really want to be there.
Fair enough.
These don't look like your elite Lawrence accompanying guards.
Yes, the mooks.
Yes. I should have made you do an insight check there, but whatever.
The mooks, I think you mean corpses.
Kill them all.
It's easy enough to tell, so I won't force an insight check. But at any rate, as you enter, they sort of look up, and say, "Yeah." They sort of look up and stand at attention immediately.
Fuck. Okay. All right, you whelps.
Good.
You did get to hear this person's real voice at least once, so you're able to mimic it.
Well, I mean, I've got a womanly voice.
Sure.
That's close enough.
Mhm.
If I sound different, I'll just say I have a cold.
One of them says, "Lady Haruki, you captured them?
Most of them.
I'll get the boss. Be right back."
Oh, fuck.
One of them ducks into a nearby tent, and a moment later comes back out with Nadine,
Oh.
who you last saw
Oh.
dead.
She should be missing some ears, though.
What?
Spinerper cut her ears off.
I thought she was dead.
Yeah, I did in fact drive a pick through her head.
And being as high ranking,
100% years.
being as high ranking as she was, turns out has its privileges.
My question is, if she gets revived, does she get her ears back?
That is you typically, I believe, get limbs and assorted pieces back when you are
just wondering.
Right.
No, I think they could just get a greater restoration on her, and that would.
Well, yeah, sense. I mean, there are ways.
The next time we kill her, we burn her body so there's nothing left.
Yeah. No shit.
Or we cut her up and put her in 1,000 pieces and have a Old West style race to find them again. Oops, I'm slipping into.
All right, there we go.
No, that
was a joke based on something Quinn knows.
Nadine will approach you, Cass, and say, Haruki, you've returned, and it looks like you captured them.
Of them?
Zergo is just death glaring this woman.
I didn't get the shifter.
Oh, is that what it was? I assumed she was teleporting.
She managed to slip away.
Well, no matter. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hello there.
What?
She said, turning to.
No, I'm sorry, but just Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there.
That was my first instinct. I'm sorry, but it says
no, it doesn't bother me. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, it says, I did say I believe I did say this wasn't over.
General Kenobi.
You did.
No, she kind of looks at you askance, like she wasn't talking to you, and she's not sure why you responded.
Gerald will look at her. Ah, yes, Nadine. Poor Nadine.
So I don't think we ever really established how familiar is Gerald with the Four.
Gerald knows of her.
Okay.
He hasn't had many encounters with her, but he knows of her, and he knows what her problem is.
Okay.
Tell me, does my dad love you yet?
What?
He's gonna love her less after I put another hole in her head.
I think
that's gonna hit her much harder than you think.
Well, I think you're based on the discussions we've had, I think you might be confusing her with another one of them.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yeah,
okay.
that would be the leader you're thinking of, which she is not.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. Then we'll just keep that comment because Sigmund's an asshole.
Right.
No, keep my response.
The Wayward Prince.
Having fun playing fetch for my father.
Well, I feel like this achievement will do well for me and my station.
Yes, you're quite right. All dogs are quite good at licking their master's boots.
No matter. Haruki, bring them to the tents. Fully secure them to whatever chair to the. Do what you do. Secure them.
Of course.
Got a question for you, Nadine. There was a blacksmith. You took him, right?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Well, we can do this the easy way. Or the hard way. And the hard way is going to end with me pummeling you.
I believe the hard way refers to the information I'll be getting out of you. Information is my game, not yours.
Well, it's my game now, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Don't have time for this.
Girl's gonna kind of look over his shoulder. By the way, I don't know if I told you, she's the one we offed back in Ballstrad.
Yeah, you mentioned. Well, I guess it'll be great killing her a second time.
Second verse, same as the first.
Wait, I just realized something.
That's me.
I just realized something. That would be a great distraction. I don't know if I'm going to use it now, but I just want to confirm something.
Okay.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
You can create a non-magical trinket or a image fit in your hand, correct?
Right.
Does it have to be in your hand?
Oh, it just has to fit in your hand. I actually know that ruling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has
So
to be
I'm
hand
just
It
thinking-
size.
doesn't say where it appears. It just say it has to be small enough to
Right.
fit in your hand.
Yeah.
So theoretically, I could have one of Pius's worms come out of Shava's mouth.
Oh.
Ew.
Yes,
Um,
yes, you could.
That
Yeah.
would be very distracting.
I mean, technically, hang on. Illusory
Oh, you can
image-
have one of Nadine's severed ears show up.
I mean,
on
it says image, not illusory image, not object. So it could, in theory, be enough worms that fit in your hand. It doesn't have to just be one.
That's true. I don't know how big they are.
They're worm sized.
Or Tyler, you could make Nadine's severed ears fly around or whatever.
Yeah, no, just set them on the banister when she walks in.
At any rate, at this point, Nadine is looking a little impatient and is just sort of looking to you, Cass, to, get on with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him over to somewhere. I don't know where I'm going.
I'll take my eyes off her.
Cass, just make a deception check for the whole performance.
Fuck.
Hmm.
I mean, not fuck, but fuck.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I want to say.
Isn't that what we brought Shava for? She's here to fuck all the females. She's gonna seduce her way out of this.
Well, that
The 27.
okay. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dangerous ladies. Shava, get seducing.
Yeah. Okay. As you
Cat's
were.
panicking, but in reality.
Yeah. An internal panic, but cool as a cucumber outside. Nadine doesn't even bat an eye. Completely
Mindful
buzzed.
gloom.
No.
It's pretty much just,
I already
pretty much
died
just
to that
defined
woman
Angel.
once. I have every reason to be anxious being around her at all.
Mm-hmm. This is true. All right. So, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna kind of be like, Gerald, where do they usually keep prisoners?
Oh. Gerald will look around at the tents.
Okay.
Can I perceive the prison tent?
Scanning for prison tent.
Hey, that's IL's job.
Make an intelligence check.
Uh,
Oh, geez.
time to be smart.
It typically rolls pretty well, so.
Yeah.
Channel all your smart juices into this one.
Straight roll, it's a 15.
15. Okay. The tents all look mostly identical, but you do recall something with regards to what you've heard about Nadine and her methods, is that she's fond of, when she has a group of people that she's interrogating, she's fond of interrogating them separately in order to corroborate their stories.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, they could just take us out of the tent one at a time.
This is true, but
So
you think she typically likes to, I mean, also just in general, the sense being, if they're split up, they have less. It's harder for them to work together.
You know what? I'm just gonna ask two of the guards to help me put them away, quote quote.
Okay, I like it. I mean, easy
You two,
enough
come
to
with
do.
me.
Yeah,
Get this round
they will basically start to separate all of you.
You two whelps, come.
Yes.
And I'll keep an eye so that way if they end up putting you in any kind of like separate lock or different kind of binding, I can change that.
Okay.
Shava can get out and go wherever the hell she wants. So
Ivy's just nervous.
it's just her default state.
Just for the hell of it, Ivy and Shava, both of you roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
My rolls have not been good today.
This is mostly for me.
Not 20.
I got a 12.
19.
Okay. You're all taken. Well, Gerald and Zergo, you're taken together into one tent. Meanwhile,
Oh, they're gonna regret that.
meanwhile, Ivy and Shava, you're separated. Shava, the tent you're brought into is also occupied by a familiar dwarven blacksmith who is tied up, gagged actually, and bound to a chair.
Kinky.
Sounds like my kind of night.
If only he was female.
Just use your imagination.
Meanwhile, the rest of you, which group, if any, are you going with, Cass?
Probably Zergo and Gerald.
Okay.
Because concern for Gerald.
Mm-hmm. But also, calling after the whole procession, you hear Nadine say, "Oh, and don't forget to gag the casters."
Yes. I will do that. No forgetting for me!
Flawless deception.
Funsies, can I roll and try to intimidate the guards that are with us with just murder eyes?
Murder
Sure, I'll allow it.
Murder eyes.
Can I intimidate with muscles?
You are no longer Zergo Stone. You are Zergo Murder Eye.
Zergo, you...
Zergo Murder Eye.
I am Zergo Murder Eyes.
You can go ahead and make an intimidation check if you'd like.
I think I'm modified 16.
Okay.
I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna flex threateningly.
I'll let that give Zergo advantage on his because he seemed like he wanted.
Oh
to
baby,
look
I'll
at.
roll another die.
Yeah.
I can just
that one was worse. Okay.
Okay,
Keep
16.
The modified.
They seem duly intimidated.
Wait, RJ, I can just imagine like Gerald flexing, and then the binds just break.
Oops.
Whoops.
And
We're supposed to see that, and then the fucking tavern music starts playing.
as Gerald and Zergo are being taken into a tent, Nadine says, "Ah, yes, you, Blazer, watch over those two. They're dangerous." And Orion, disguised as the Blazer, will nod and walk into the tent with you two to keep an eye on you.
You have no idea what's coming, Nadine.
Oh, fuck.
You got the initial attack.
I'm firing it off now.
But it's time for
Never get tired
the
of this
counterattack.
Never get tired of that joke.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Are we alone? Are me and Dwarf Dude alone?
Yes. Well, no. The guards with you are getting ready to tie you up and gag you as they've been ordered.
Okay.
Do you resist, or do you do anything as they do that?
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it because I'm gonna do my rounds soon.
His dick.
Suck his dick.
I'm going to... No.
The old dick twist.
All right. All right. They will.
Fucking day.
Come on! Let me suck your dick! Make my fucking day!
All right. They will go ahead and tie you up, and gag you. And Ivy, they will do the same to you, assuming you don't resist.
I'm not gonna resist.
All right. All of
Can
you.
Ivy
Irresistible.
resist anything?
Oh.
And Shava, you see the dwarf looking at you, like wide-eyed, like he recognizes you, and he's
I
confused.
was going to waggle her eyebrows.
Yeah, wiggle her eyebrow. God damn it!
I'm just as strong as a houseplant.
Yeah. Fuck.
Is one of my ficuses that just drops its trow as soon as it comes inside.
Yeah. Fucking nobody Shava to that dwarf.
Yep.
That means he must be alone.
Alone and unprotected.
Anyway, so you're all tied up, and Nadine will begin to make her rounds. Cass, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna make Well, I'm with Zergo and Gerald first, so I'm gonna make sure that their bindings are breakable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me to roll for any of these or no?
I'll let you keep the roll from before.
You didn't make me roll before. Or do you mean the 27?
I mean the 27.
Okay.
Or from when your previous binding.
DM.
I'm gonna just casually go into the other tents and quote unquote check the others.
Okay.
While this is going on,
Yeah.
are we alone now?
You will have a moment alone with the dwarf.
I'll let Amora go to find the other where the others are.
Okay. I think you don't need anything to do that. I think that's something you're allowed to just do.
All right, so now I know where the others are, and I can get.
Mhm.
And then you can have your snake bite off your mouth binding.
Also true.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I got it covered.
Actually, you know what? Because I don't know Cass is coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Amora's gonna bite off my gag, slither over to find the others, which I'm assuming she does.
Mm-hmm.
Java's gonna look over to the doors and say, "Do you?"
Well, actually, first, make a stealth check for Amora.
Make a what?
A stealth check for Amora as she's finding
check for Amora.
Yeah.
What's her modifier? Do you know?
It would just be her dexterity if she doesn't have a stealth check, a stealth bonus.
+3. Okay.
Whips.
The ultimate stealth.
19 + 3, 22.
Ooh, these rolls. Okay, yeah, you are able to do that without.
The snake sliding around the camp. Kept you waiting, huh? Kept you waiting, huh? Kept you waiting, huh?
And sorry, what did you say to the dwarf?
Do you trust me?
I've just met you yesterday. Well, wait, yeah. Well, yeah,
Do you trust me?
yeah. Did Amora bite his gag off too?
Oh, sure.
Okay, yeah, then that's what he says.
So she's just gonna roll her eyes and just go with it, and then because she can take a willing subject, right?
I believe the subject has to be within 5 feet.
Yes.
He would be about 10 feet away.
Damn, so close.
Here.
I'm probably here by now.
Cass, I'll say you can make your way around here. And as this is happening, as you're getting there, Ivy, you watch your tent flap come open and Nadine enters.
Ooh.
Okay. Say
But
nothing.
we'll get to that if it becomes necessary. Cass, what would you like to do?
Java's gonna look at Cass and say, "Just move me a little 5."
I'm just gonna fix your bindings. And then I guess I'll just kind of pick her up and plop her next to the dwarf, because she asked.
All right.
And then as soon as you finish that, you Java say a few words, and they're gone.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
To Zergo and Gerald.
Okay. I like it. And
Immediate.
the Blazer is keeping watch and will not say anything is amiss. I love it when a plan comes together.
Gerald, seeing Shava and the dwarf. Oh, I guess we got that part out of the way. Snaps his bindings off.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna start this and see if it goes the way I'm expecting it to. Meanwhile, in Ivy's tent, Nadine says, "Now, shall we get started?"
Okay.
You're going to tell me where the rest of your companions are. There are two unaccounted for, I believe. The thief and the apparently shifting thief and the elk assassin. Where are they?
Never find him.
I
Never
don't
mind
know where the elk assassin is. He kind of ran off as soon as Gerald got here.
Probably back to wherever your headquarters is. Where are the rest of you? Where are you based?
Oh, wait.
Assumes we have a headquarters.
Before she answers, I want to be cool, Quinn. Can I be cool?
What would you like to do to be cool?
Assuming this is gonna go down pretty quickly.
Pretty much. I'm expecting shit to hit the fan very quickly here.
This is Gerald we're talking about. He's already broken the binds.
Yep.
I'm gonna enter Ivy's tent very, very quietly.
Okay.
Do you need me to sneak or no?
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm very excited.
Okay, so that's a 19 plus 9.
Jeez.
I'm not even gonna roll perception for her.
Cass, you're a ghost.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger of warning
Alright.
and bring it up to Nadine's neck. And then say, does this feel familiar?
Surprise, motherfucker!
I got close right behind you. Right
behind you.
And what are the rest of you doing
So
while this goes down?
Gerald snaps his bindings. I'm assuming Zergo does the same.
Yeah, he just cracks him as soon as he sees you. It's like, all right, we're doing this. Go time.
Gerald will open up the tent flap and look at the blazer and just kind of lean over and say, could you turn into Manticore or that big thing you did earlier?
Chimera.
Yes, that one.
Gladly. And he just cracks his knuckles and his form balloons into a massive chimera.
Gerald will climb up on his back,
Okay.
ignite his sword.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boys!
I love it! Okay. Roll the shit out of some initiative. Oh my god. Inspiration. That's metal.
So metal.
20.
20 for Shava.
18.
18, alright.
16 for Gerald.
16 for Gerald. Also, the only downside to that is now I have to look up the mounted combat rules.
If that can be considered a downside.
Well, I mean, he's not going to stay on him forever. I was probably just going to have
Sure.
him dive off.
Sure.
He's probably just going to jump off into the nearest person.
Zergo and Ivy, what'd you get?
My what?
What'd you get for initiative?
4.
Oh, shit. We were doing initiative. I thought
Yeah.
we were just resolving everyone doing their shtick.
It seems like shit's about
No,
to go
it's-
down.
It is going down.
I got a 4.
Well, in the grand tradition, I can't roll initiative for shit. That's a 6.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Get one thing, though.
I will give you guys a surprise round, though, because none of them were expecting this.
Oh, you're damn fucking... There's suddenly a Gerald riding a fucking manticore.
Chimera.
Chimera.
Manticores are weaker.
Okay.
Manticores are
Have a
important
different,
note,
physical
manticores are
structure.
weaker.
Yeah, so suddenly Gerald on a manticore with a flaming sword.
Chimera. Again.
Yeah, chimera, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
boy!
Shava, you are up first.
Are there any people like congregated in another tent or something?
You saw most of the guards were mostly gathered outside, and the weird masked ones were just sort of outside some of the tents.
I was just wondering if I could like light a tent or something.
Light a tent. You could. I don't know. They're not really
Is
in the
Shava
tents.
lighting a tent on fire, or Shava lighting a
Actually,
tent on
I would say you did notice going through one of the tents had a couple priests in it.
One of them, what?
There were a couple of priests like the ones you'd seen with the Tearstone troops before.
Yeah, take
one.
care of those.
Like that one.
Oh yeah, Shava hates them.
Oh,
that
yeah.
tent's getting lit on fire.
Hey, you want to hear my new album? It's fire.
I want to buy Shava's mixing tape. It's fire.
It's fire.
Yeah, that tent's lit.
Have you in it, but they did not seem to care.
Independent mount.
What? When it has me in it.
Okay. I'm just glancing at mounted combat. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
Shava,
that tent starting at the entrance is getting lit.
oh yeah, where do you want to be with your dimension door? By the way.
I'm just behind the Chimera.
Okay. Well, you would have to leave the tent in order to see the one you're targeting.
I'm assuming the Chimera destroyed the tent.
He's outside the tent.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
The tent comes down. We'll say,
All right.
for the sake of this. So yes, you're just using bonfire.
Yeah, it's the only fire thing I have.
Okay, then yeah, we'll say they'll probably start screaming on their turn.
Ouch.
I have to balance a lot here. Hang on. Okay. All right, Cass. You have a sword to Nadine's throat, and she just says, "What are you doing?"
Slicing her fucking neck.
Oh, that's what you do? All right, go for it.
What?
Yeah, go for it. I'm yes, I approve. And I would say it, yeah, with advantage because surprise.
You'll never see it come. You know.
Quinn!
Did you get a crit?
Yeah!
Oh
I mean, it is-
boy.
Oh my god, if she backstabs her and just downs her immediately.
I don't know if it'll be immediate, but this is not going to be pleasant
Ivy,
for her.
Crit with sneak attack.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Ivy's within 5 feet.
Well, the advantage, sneak attack is there regardless. Go ahead, roll your damage. Double those dice.
Sneaky.
I will say, I'm loving this because the way you handled this was not in my plans at all. And this is great.
I'm guessing you expected us to kick in the door.
Well, there were a couple ways it could go, but this is not one that I specifically expected or had planned for.
Sure. I would have absolutely gone with the kick in the door plan. This was way better.
Yep.
The moment you said that Zergo and Gerald were in one tent, and I was in the tent with the others, I was like, immediately, mention door,
Yep. Yeah, I honestly, it slipped my mind that you had two shapeshifters to take the place
What?
of... That you had two shapeshifters to take the place of those that attacked you there.
Oh, yeah.
It's very clever thinking. How much
I rolled the dice as 21,
So 42.
and then plus 3.
So 45.
That's how much damage you take.
Okay, you actually do slice...
Her throat.
You slice her throat, and she, like, clutches at it and goes... And she like, actually recoils from that amount of damage. And she, like, wheels on you. And her eyes narrow and says, "Of course." And she goes, "Of course. It's you, isn't it?"
Haha, fuck you. I'm gonna use my bonus action to move to behind Ivy so I can untie her.
Okay. Easy enough. Gerald. Well, actually, Gerald,
Oh my.
if you would like, you may hold your action until the Chimera's turn, or until Orion's turn, because he's the one moving at the moment.
True. What's around us?
Around you, you not a lot. You see one of the masked dudes about maybe 20 feet away at the next tent, and then the most of the guards 30 feet away playing cards in the center.
All right, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dive off and go for one of the masked dudes.
Okay, go for it.
And I think that's more than 10 feet.
I think you're right.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Badass mode activated.
And you know what? We're gonna be reckless.
Alrighty. Do it.
Reckless in the best way possible.
Oh, how about a 19?
That would definitely be a hit.
Yeah, it's also a Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah, that.
Harold is technically now a champion while he uses that greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As if he needed to be scarier.
So here we go.
I know what he's doing.
I know what he's doing. Hi, Moon. I need ice cream.
Assuming he survives, which is seeming like a toss-up at this point.
So 14 doubled
28
is 28 plus 2 is 30. Add, is it the 5 off of Charger? 35.
So you just go in and decapitate this poor individual.
And Gerald will look to the one next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And reckless again.
Well, yeah, reckless lasts your turn, so yeah.
Yep. That would be an 11 plus 7.
That hits.
Okay. He's taken 13 off that swing. Oh, okay. No, my bad. I forgot. It doesn't matter because he's dead. I forgot to add the He should have took like 39 damage, but he's dead anyway.
It sounds.
To add the. Yeah, I forgot to add the plus 4.
Okay, so this one was 13. You said
13 plus 4, so he's taking
17.
17.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because he died, but I forgot to add that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In that case, do you have anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Fair enough. In that case, the Chimera, like a bat out of hell, is going to...
Goes for the cards, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Playing cards, are ye?
And we'll go ahead and make a multi-attack, and this time, we'll use its fire breath. in place of its horn attack. Well, let's start with...
Java sees the fire attack and suddenly has a great creation for Chas's dad.
First, we'll go with the bite and claws on 2 of the randos. Hits. What are their AC? Okay, they actually do have decent AC, so one of them misses, but the bite hits for 8 plus 12. Okay, so yeah, nope, yeah, the bite decapitates one of the guards. And let me.
They're just not having a great day. The medics are on fire. The guys playing cards are attacked by Chimera. The leader's got her.
They're very not happy.
I don't know what the mask guys are, but we're probably not going to find out.
Well, if you take the mask off,
take his face
off.
Won't take his face.
All right, now let's roll some fire damage here.
Ooh, fiery.
Let's see.
Nicolas Cage, because I'm going to take his face off.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Could have been better. 10. So that's 18. All right, 18 points of fire damage. So let's see which one of them save. I'll say 4 of them are in the radius. They have that, and the DC is yada yada. Yes. None of them saved. So all of those guards, all of the guards in the center are immediately barbecued, leaving just one of them off to the side who was like the dealer or something.
He just watched it happen.
Yeah, just staring at this.
It's finger licking good.
Guard processing noises.
Yeah, nobody. That one guard in particular.
Jesus Christ. The blacksmith is going to look at everything going on, look at you, Shavan, and say, "I'm just gonna," and he just sort of points behind him. If
I'm just gonna look at him, shrug, like, "We'll come back for you later."
He's gonna hoof it. Zergo, what would you like to do?
I think this is more of that one guard. So, question: do I know roughly which tent Ivy was put into?
Make a perception check.
Okay, let's hope my dice can do something for me today. Come on, baby. That perception?
Yep.
Okay, I've got a 12.
I would say you were taken into your tent before she was, so you're not entirely sure. Yeah, you're not completely sure which tent she's in. No. But you do see one guard in the middle and a few. You see three more of these.
I want to spend my turn looking for Nadine.
Okay. If you'd like to do that, then yeah. Yeah, you can head in that direction.
Just want to find which tent she's in without going in it.
Okay. I'll say, yeah. With that, I'll let that perception check can be enough if you want to spend your entire turn doing that and actually like going around. And then yes, you see Nadine clutching her throat in a tent with Ivy and Cass's disguised form behind Ivy. And that would be the end of your turn. Speaking of which, though, Ivy, it is your turn.
Okay.
I'll say you're ungagged at this point, but you're not unbound.
Bees!
Yeah, I mean, I don't need my hands at the moment, so I'm going to cast Infestation.
Let me check that actually, because somatic components typically involve hand movements.
Somatic is hands.
Yeah. So anything that where you see like the notes on your spells, you see the VSM. V is verbal, S is somatic, M is material. So anything that has an S on it is kind of out for you at the moment.
Yeah, I just actually did a check of that. Only dimension not.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find a V.
Let's see.
Just a V.
My subtle cast is so good.
No,
There's
V,
fairy
S, N,
fire.
M. You will need just a V. Just a V.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fairy fire is actually a very scary spell at times, or it can be.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
It can make someone grant advantage on all attacks. But I'll let you decide.
Yeah, looks like that's the best one. Because I wouldn't want to spend an entire turn just trying to break out of there when I don't even know if I'm going to be able to break out. So yeah, I'll cast Fairy Fire.
Alrighty.
Wait, it grants advantage to what?
Attacks. Attack rolls against the affected creature.
So would that mean that Cass gets unlimited sneak attack?
Yep. That is exactly what it means. Well, once a turn, but yes. But yeah, I would say you can also angle it if you want to avoid targeting your friends with that. You could also get that one guard in the middle, and also the masked guy that Gerald is on.
Nice.
All right, so they need to make dexterity saves.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. Okay, Nadine got a mod 20, so she's fine. But let's see. The guard failed, and the masked guy got a nat 1. So both of them light up. And what color would you like them to be outlined in?
I'm going to outline them in red.
Your options are blue, green, or violet. If you look at the spell.
Shit.
Java was going to approve.
Green. Okay. Both of you you watch.
Green is not a creative color.
Yes. You all see the guard and that one masked guy become outlined in green light.
Java disapproves of the color green.
Racist. I'll kill you later.
At the top of the round, that one guard is going to look around. What's the biggest threat he can see?
The Chimera.
The Chimera?
Yeah, he goes like, he looks at the Chimera, draws his weapon, screams, and like, is that supposed to look intimidating, but his eyes are wide. And he runs at it with his spear. Only gets a 9.
It breaks on impact.
He's just like ineffectively paws at it. Shava, it is your turn.
What happened to the priests?
You're seeing they didn't go because it was a surprise round, but their tent starting to go up in flames. You think they're gonna be?
You could cast Hunger of Hadar on their tent.
I can't. It's a concentration spell.
Ah, okay.
I was thinking about that, but yeah, I can't do. Well, actually, it's already on fire. Correct?
Yeah.
So I don't actually have to keep up the bonfire.
Correct.
So I can cast.
You could.
Do it.
Do it.
How? What's the
Do it.
situation of space here? Because it's not a small.
I will say again, Tyler.
What's the situation of space here? Because this is not a small spell.
You could get you could basically engulf just that tent. That tent's sort of across the way from you.
All right,
So,
I'll just.
Yep.
I'll plot it about. I'll have it so that the front is 30. No, I'll plop it center on the tent.
All right. Yeah. Darkness, like horrific darkness, is brought into the being in that area, and you start to hear screams from inside the tent.
Shaw was just smiling.
All right. Now it's the masked guy's turn.
Guess what? You're gonna have that thing where he can only fight me because I hit him.
Oh, well, what does that do again?
He has disadvantage against everyone except for me.
Is there a radius on that as well?
It's whoever I hit last.
No, but I mean, like, is it like people within a certain? Well, let me check that real quick, because I think it's like your guardians, and they're like within a distance of you. Oh no, that's just. Oh, okay.
No, it's whoever I
hit
whoever,
last. It's whoever. Cool. All right. Well, he is going to attack you. 3 times. He with his fists actually. He just comes at you with a bunch of jabs and punches. That is going to be a 14 to hit, a modified 20 to hit, and a 22 to hit.
They all hit.
All right. Those are going to be. They don't do too much damage on their own.
And they're all going to be reduced.
This is also true. So it's 4, 7...
Against our enemy,
right?
boy?
So 16 reduced to 8 from your rage. At that point, he steps into the shadow of the nearby tent, still within range of you, and he suddenly vanishes.
Well, here's the thing. If he's stepping away from me, don't I get an opportunity
he's staying within your range. And then he teleports once he enters the shadow, and appears in the shadow of sort of the other side where he can reach. Let's see. Is anyone else with Shava at the moment? I think everyone else
No,
kind of...
I don't believe.
Yeah, it's just Shava. So, teleports next to Shava, and we'll do one more attack on Shava.
This is Shava, by the way.
Nothing personal, kid.
Yes. Mod 20 on Shava, so I believe that hits you. That would be a total of 5 bludgeoning damage.
That's it. Come on, weak ass bitch.
Warlock's calling your hit weak.
Well, it got 4. They got 4 attacks, so there's that.
Oh, true.
That's true. That is true.
This is totally Shava right now.
The other 2, what are they gonna do? Let's see. Zergo's out there.
I thought there was 2 masked guys.
There were 4.
Oh, there were 4. Okay.
They were just 2 of that. It was 2 groups of 2.
Okay.
Let's see. There's Zergo. I'm trying to map out. One of them is actually going to head towards Nadine's tent to see what's going on there. And go after you, Cass.
No.
With 4 attacks.
Okay. I'm gonna reduce some of that, by the way.
You're gonna... How is
Parry
that?
shield.
Oh, right. You have that now. If raging another creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes... Yeah, you can see her. So that would be one of the attacks you would reduce, I believe.
Yep.
Alright, so that's going to be... Okay, so one of them's definitely a miss, but the others are 18 and 2 definitely hit. Does the 18 hit?
18?
Yeah, does 18 hit your AC?
Yeah.
Okay, so first one is max damage. That's 7. You can reduce that one if you want, Gerald.
Reduce it to 1.
Alright,
Okay.
so that's 1 from that one. And then... And 11 more on top of that. So for a total...
Dodge!
Oh, so that would be so that would be one of those you would have. So that would be 1 is reduced to 3 from 6, so subtract 3 from that. So a total of 9 is what you take.
Oh, okay.
Uncanny Dodge works on 1 attack.
Gotcha.
So you take a total of 9 damage from that.
I took 9 damage.
Mhm.
We're good.
And you avoided taking 9 more damage, so I'd say pretty good trade-off.
Good trade-off.
Yep. The last one will go after Zergo.
Yeah.
After who?
Zergo, the giant angry half-orc.
What?
Why not?
Alright, I think 2 of these miss. That would be...
Riposte!
Well, there's an 11 and a 13 on you. I believe both of those miss.
Those are hard misses.
Mm-hmm. And the others are a mod 20 and a 24. I believe those hit.
Heard mod 20 and that was it.
The other one's higher.
Okay, yeah, those hit.
Okay, so you take... so a total of 10 bludgeoning damage. Would you like to riposte?
You bet your biscuits I'm gonna riposte his ass.
Alrighty.
My biscuits,
gee.
they have been bet.
Bet your biscuits, folks. How badly can I hurt this man?
Destroy his whole blood lineage.
That's still a modified 18. That's still good. That's still
Oh, yeah.
good. So that's 2d8. One of them gets the bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my other d8? There it is. Blue will be my bonus die. Ooh, doesn't matter. They're both 7s.
Ooh.
So, 22.
22. Ooh. So you, as he jabs at you, you, catch his hand and just skewer him through the gut.
Catch these hands.
I imagine it more as he runs up, a couple of punches land on my back, and I just turn around and just swat him away with the war pick.
Sure. Yeah. Alright, Cass. Cass. Phoebe!
What?
0 keyboards.
What?
It's Cass's turn.
Oh.
Kill Nadine.
Distracted with this cat.
To a murder.
Who am I murdering?
Well, Nadine is still alive, although she's not looking happy.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be either if I got my throat slit.
Mm-hmm.
But can I bonus action untie Ivy first?
I would say that would probably be an action to untie. That, as it's not really covered under your cunning action. That's a more involved thing.
Fuck. Hold on.
I hope everyone's okay with the episode going a little long.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll be a little bit quieter, but I'm okay.
All right.
For Ivy or kill Nadine.
Kill Nadine. I'm fine.
That is up to you.
I'm all tied up.
I can't really get sneak attack on her though.
Yeah, you can. Ivy's nearer.
Well, Ivy is.
So is Zergo.
Ivy is.
I'm not actually in the tent, so I'm not actually close enough for sneak attack.
Yeah, and in Ivy's current state, she is not really threatening Nadine, which is how a sneak attack typically works. So.
You know, it probably honestly would be better if I untied Ivy and then went out and hid.
All right, you can go ahead and do that. I won't make you roll for it.
Untie Ivy and then bail on her.
I'm not bailing on her, but like hiding.
Sure, you can like you can duck out.
I doubt they're going to attack me when I'm still like all tied up and not doing anything.
Yeah, you can duck out the back of the tent and make a stealth check if you'd like.
They'll be a little more distracted with me and probably Zergo, so.
Yeah.
And once I actually enter the tent, it's going to be a whole shit show.
Yeah. Alright.
There's a reason I called out that I didn't want to enter the tent yet.
He attack, but most importantly, he attack.
What are you doing?
I hid.
Okay, stealth check.
Yeah, 17 plus 9.
All right, so 26. Okay. All right, Gerald.
Gerald is going to look at the guy that just ran from him and attacked Shava.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be fighting me!
And he's going to charge at him.
Very possible with what he just did.
You fool, you've given me the distance I need.
So that's at least 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to take an 18?
He wouldn't like to take it, but he will.
Alrighty.
I want to take it, but he doesn't get a goddamn choice.
4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4. It's 12. Add another 4. No, yeah. Add another 4 is 16. Add 5 is 21.
Whew. Yep, that he is dead. You just
Alright.
come down with the great sword, slash him in two.
There's the one that went after Zergo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, Java's just going to look up from her burning darkness-filled apocalypse and just look up at
Gerald
and just smile.
Gerald,
I'm
we'll look
causing
at
that.
Shava. We'll look at Shava. Nod. Look at the guy on Zergo. You're next.
Second attack.
And I will reckless him.
All right. Oh, I think I forgot to have advantage on the attacks on Gerald, but doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
16 plus 7.
Definitely hits.
All right. That's a 4. That's a 5. And that's a 4. So 13. Add the 4 is 17.
He was already
5.
He was already hurt after the skewering from Zergo. That is enough.
Add another 5. That's like what, 23,
Not enough.
22. Add 2 more, and that's like 25.
Yeah, he's dead.
He is already dead.
Omae wa mo shinderu. All right. the priest's turn. Shava, you have some things for them, don't you?
Screaming.
I have a burning hell.
Screams and
by the way,
screams and hot and cold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Hot and you're cold, you yes. And
Well, what
you're
happens?
no.
Oh my god! What happens at the start of their turn again?
cold damage.
Cold damage. Okay, and is that automatic or do they save for that?
Automatic.
Okay, roll it.
Yeah, it takes automatic and then dex save for the second.
Okay.
Am I rolling the fire damage too, or are you rolling that?
You can roll that if you want. I'll say a d6.
1d6?
Yeah.
Alright. So that's a total of 10. 6 cold damage and 4 burn damage.
Okay, so 10. And fun fact, they're going to start to move out, but they are not fast enough to get out of... Well, actually, no, they can double move and stagger out of the darkness. But that will
be met by a chimera.
Well, yes. Speaking of which, guess whose turn it is?
You stumble out of one hell into the next.
You see them just come out, we'll see the situation, and start to turn around to go back in. But before they can, it is the Chimera's turn. And hold on. Does get his
hell better.
Chimera gets fire breath back.
Oof.
And will go up. Will position himself around that last poor guard, trying to finish him off with a bite. Nope. Trying to finish him off with claws. That one hits. 12. Yup. So the claws disembowel this last
You
guard.
get advantage on him, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So yeah, though that would have been the bite actually, and he still has his claws. But first he's going to do his breath, which the priests need to save against, and they do not have dex, and yet one of them did save, but the other one did not.
Lucky roll.
Yep. Whew. That was a roll. Yes, is that 15, 20? That's more like it. That's 26 total.
Oh shit.
Or 13 for the one who saved. So one of them is nearly dead, the other one is just incinerated. By the way, that fire breath is 7d6. Or
Sure.
Oh wait, hold on. No, it isn't.
What?
I'm sorry. That's wrong.
What did you do?
I was rolling 76. I should have been rolling 78.
Oh my god. What?
I can
I
do better.
apologize.
I can do better.
Like you guys, the phasms are a little OP.
Just a little.
I can do better.
Doubt.
Well, I'm just mostly rolling this to see if that guy is just going to die outright from this, even with
Yeah.
a successful save. Wait, was that one? Did I need one more? I did. There we go. That's 10. That's 10. So, sorry, that's 28 total. Reduced to 14, so he takes one more. So he's still not much of a difference, but he is a little closer to death than he was. Oh wait, and the Chimera has his other normal attack, doesn't he?
Kill him.
Claws. Hits. And that's enough. Dead.
Gone.
Chimera just
Whoa.
annihilates the priests and that guard.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Just for fun, I rolled 8d8. I rolled...
Zergo. The only ones left are one of the masked guys and Nadine.
Yeah, that's the thing. I searched for her for a reason. I'd like to go to the side of the tent that I now know she's in,
Mm-hmm.
facing Cass at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to pull a full shining and just jam the war pick through the side of the tent.
I'll allow it.
Before stepping in and glaring at her for a brief moment before attacking.
She like
Zergo.
she like looks up and has a momentary look of oh crap across her face.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Wait, a momentary look of what you cut out?
Of oh crap.
I got some business with this one. First attack.
Go for it.
That is 23.
Definitely hits.
Oh, let's... I'll make it.
Oh yeah, the last masked dude is also in this tent. I forgot. But I know you have only one target you care about, so go ahead.
We'll work on that. Let's make this one a fainting attack.
Alrighty.
No.
I gotta blow my bonus action for this turn, but that's fine. I wasn't really planning on using it. So I get an extra D8, and my next attack on this chosen creature has advantage.
Ooh.
Oh boy. So that's that plus the bonus. That's 12, so that's 18 damage on that attack.
Okay.
And my extra attack, I
Looking
have
very
advantage.
rough.
You fool.
Mm-hmm.
You absolute fool.
Yeah, you can see the panic in her face at this point.
Zergo is not a sadistic man. He gets a kick out of the thrill of the fight. He's not a terribly sadistic man, but this.
Oh yeah, this is personal.
This warms his heart a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's another hit. It's a 26.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
What?
No, cat. What the fuck are you doing?
Do I take the safe one or take the funnier one?
Steve, are you typing or is your cat typing?
Which one do I want to go with? There's a smart one.
On the computer.
Yeah, I'll make it a trip attack. I'll take the smart route. I'll sweep the legs.
Okay, go for it.
Sweet. So if she even survives this, let's see if she does. And oof, my bonus die got max damage. So that's 16. That's another 18 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I would like to take the war pick, sweep her under the legs, and then pull it over and just drive it through her sternum directly into the ground.
And you just pin her there, and you hear a crack from her skull as you split it open, and she just goes rigid and unmoving.
Destroy the body.
I don't
Destroy
have
the
any
body. Destroy the
actions.
body.
I don't have any actions at the moment, but I would just like to then just slowly look over to the mask guy.
I'm just gonna give you a thumbs up because I'm still there.
Ivy, it is your turn.
Imagine this guy just watching a brutal murder and then little half elf just thumbs up.
Yep.
Yay.
You're adorable, squishy. Do a thumbs up.
I'm gonna try to freak out.
No, you already broke out. Cass untied you.
Oh, Cass untied me? Okay, great.
Yeah, you're free.
You can
Bees him.
bees.
Yes, now I will be.
Okay, what's his save again?
His save is Constitution save 16.
He got a 16 exactly. So
Damn it!
So he saves. I apologize. I'm sorry. Shava.
I mean, we have a lot going right this time. So.
Sure.
I guess I'm just kind of squishy and blending in with the background.
Mm-hmm. He just sort of swats the bugs away. Shava, what would you like to do?
Is there anything to do?
I mean, there's the one masked dude left if you want.
Screw him. He's dead anyway.
I don't know, enjoy the carnage? Have a wank?
Just
Someone's gonna
wank
pick up
off.
the bodies. Someone's just gonna start showing bodies into burning.
All right. You can do that. Now it is his turn.
Fine, Nadine.
I know exactly what he's doing. He is going to cast Expeditious Retreat. Then he is going to disengage. And then he is going to use it both his action and bonus action to move 80 feet away because he has a speed of 40.
To what?
You cut out.
He is going to start booking, essentially.
He's basically getting the fuck out of there as many ways as he can.
Yeah.
He is expeditious retreat, disengaging. This man is getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yep. Oh wait, that would be his action and his movement, rather, because Expeditious Retreat is his bonus action. Oh wait, is his bonus action?
What?
Wait.
What's up?
Oh yeah, okay. I was just making sure.
Hi,
I'm good.
Hi, Quinlan.
What?
Ben.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Am I better now?
You're better.
You're better.
Okay. So I misread a bit. He's actually using all three: movement, action, and bonus action. Wait, no, he had to use action to disengage. That's right. So it is 80 feet. I was just making sure I had the math right.
80
All right.
feet off the bat. That's pretty fucking far.
That's nice because I get to double move and attack.
Do you want to run him down?
I can.
Would you like to?
I'm going to double move and attack.
Okay.
You can dash in. Wait. You can dash and attack?
Actually, yeah.
Yes. Charger allows that.
Oh.
Kidding.
You move it at least if you
Charger allows me to double move and attack.
Wait, does it? Hang on, let me see that. When you
Sounds
Oh yeah, when you
real.
use your action to dash, you can use a bonus action to make one melee attack or to shove a creature. Yep. So that's your bonus.
That's gonna be a fucking yikes from me, Captain.
That's ooh. Pour one out for the homies because that man's fucking dead.
How would that man like a 19?
That would be a hit. Now keep in mind.
Now,
Now keep in mind you don't get your extra attack off of this because that's when you specifically take the attack action.
Well,
so
that's
this is
nice because this is a crit.
Oh yeah, that's right. With Charger. Freaking barbarian speed.
At least he's not the totem kind that can fly.
Yeah.
What?
You hating on my bird boy?
Well, yeah, if you take the path of the totem and you can use the eagle totem to fly at high levels as a barbarian.
Hey, there's an unearthed Arcana barbarian now that has wild magic.
Yep.
Oh!
Anyway, so he's taking 15 damage. Double that to 30. Add the charger, which is +5, so 35. Add the 4, which would be 39, and then add the 2, which would be 41.
So you all watch as this guy just suddenly his legs blur and he like gets 80 feet away from you. Then you watch Gerald freaking book like bum rush faster than you've seen any normal human move and just impale this guy through the head and down the rest of his body.
Okay!
Damn, son, where'd you find that?
And I think because it's getting late, I think we're gonna call it there and pick up there next time. Whew!
Well, that was fun.
That was a session.
Yeah.
Oh, that when that plan just went.
Oh yeah, it's all coming
Well,
together.
go back, but you're actually.
I think that
kind
was our first plan to go off without a hitch.
Also, just as a little side note, I believe I also did mention last time that I was referring to this arc as the reunions arc.
Yeah.
You did mention that.
Have another one.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Nadine.
expect Nadine to be one of the reunions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking